For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yo, what's up? This is our boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. What's up, everybody? What's good, my peoples? What's going on? Everybody give me a thumbs up if you can hear me right now. Halim, what's going on, fam? Halim, Neely Fuller Jr. Neely, what's going on, fam? You know what I mean? I know y'all just give everybody time to roll in. I need to find my headphones so I can actually hear. So let me know if you guys can hear me or not. Let me see if you can hear me. Make sure I have everything set up. That's camera. Hold on. Audio, okay. Audio, can you hear me? Y'all should be able to hear me. Should be able to hear me. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you can hear me or not. I need to find my headphones. What did I do with my headphones? Guys, let me see. Yeah, we're rocking in the garage again right now. We're getting everything ready. Trying to find the headphones. What's going on? Hey, Mr. Angus, what's going on, fam? Oh, okay, good, Halim. At least you can hear me. That's good. Shout out to my main man, Mr. Angus. Shout out to my brother Halim. Neely Fuller, what's going on? Toon, what's up, baby? Oh, we can't forget about my main man. Stick up for yourself. What's going on, fam? I can hear you, number one, coach, and debunked. Oh, yeah, man. We're gonna rock. We're gonna rock today, man. We're gonna rock out for a couple of hours. I got this little strip on my arm, man. I'm having shoulder problems. I got this from the chiropractor. I go to the chiropractor about once a month. Really good to go to the chiropractor, guys. I'm telling you, go to the chiropractor. If you're having any back issues or just anything, you know what I mean? Just go to the chiropractor. I'm telling you. They you know what I mean? They pretty much, they hook you up. You know what I mean? They really hook you up. So, Jeff Luciano, what's going on, fam? Hold on, guys. Hey, let me see, can I find my headphones right quick? I want to be able to hear myself. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know what I did with my headphones, my earpiece. Yeah, I have no idea what I did with it. But it's cool, though. We can rock without it, though. Travis Bryant, what's going on, fam? Jeff Luciano, what's going on, fam? Give everybody a round of applause. Everybody a round of applause right now, man. See what's going on in the building. What's wrong with my arm? Trying to see what's... Okay, there we go. Everybody a round of applause in the building. Everybody. You see what I'm saying? Halim, what's going on? Stick up for yourself. What's going on, fam? Yo, Halim. Yeah, that's good. Y'all know what's going on. Go everybody time to come in. We're going to talk about my main man, Terence Crawford. You know what I mean? And I want to address, and what I also want to address too, guys, and you notice that even when you look at other channels, right? Because I look at many different channels. What I noticed has been consistent. Some of these channels have been very consistent with putting out false information about certain fights. Like, you haven't heard me anything really say much about Crawford. Only thing you ever heard me say was, listen, man, I just want to see him fight somebody or I'm going to get on his ass. You see what I'm saying? That's my favorite fighter, but he can get it too. But I didn't say anything about, hey, he's supposed to be fighting this guy, supposed to be fighting that guy. I've been hearing about the Pacquiao rumor, but I follow Terence Crawford very closely. I mean, his team hasn't said anything, right? So when you hear people like Mike Coppinger saying this and saying that, like, where's this guy? Where does he get his sources from? Because one minute he says one thing, and then when it doesn't go through, and then when it doesn't go through, then he says something else. Toon, you said Toon, you say let me see something. No, I'm finna break it down. Toon. Wait a minute. Toon, you say Bud should have took that deal. Tune, you don't know what this, you don't know what the details of the deal was. You don't know, and I don't know. And all the people who reporting on it, they don't know either. You see what I'm saying? We don't know anything. All you know is what Mike Carpenter said. That this what you don't know. I'm going to tell you right now because see, I know something that you don't know. I know something that you don't know, and I'm going to share it with everybody right now. And tell me after I share this with you, Tune, will you still be saying that Bud should have took that deal? There was no deal. There was no deal. This is the same thing that Tyson Fury was saying as it relates to Anthony Joshua. Remember what he was saying? He was going to walk away. We haven't seen any money. There's no site. There's no venue. This is the same situation here with Terence Crawford. So if you agree that Tyson Fury was right, and okay, how can we talk about a deal when I haven't seen any money? I haven't seen any venue. I don't know anything, right? Any offers, right? Terence Crawford, quote unquote, offered was supposed to be offering Manny Pacquiao was supposed to be offering Terence Crawford 80-20. That's what was reported, but we don't have any proof of that. We don't have any proof of that, and it was reported from the Alphabet Boy channels. From the Alphabet Boy channels, that, you know, from what I've been seeing, they have been the ones pushing this. They have been the ones pushing. You know, Manny Pacquiao wanted so much money, right? Manny Pacquiao wanted 80%, and Bub was going to get 20%. And it was a foregone conclusion that this is what Terence Crawford was going to do. Nobody heard anything from Terence Crawford, though. Nobody heard anything from Terence Crawford. So what I'm going to do is this. Let me go ahead and share what I have here with Mike Carpenter, because this is where this information came from, right? So, Tune, you say that Crawford should have accepted that deal. I'm going to show you that it wasn't a deal, based on the same guy who put that information out there, Mike Carpenter. Mike Carpenter is not a valuable source for anybody. Can I use Blue as a source? Yeah. Listen, you cannot use Blue as a source at all. I'm going to show you something, Tune. Tune, let me show you something, brother. You cannot. This is what I'm trying to say, bro. You can't use them as no source at all. Them dudes don't know what the hell they talking about. Now they're retracting. These are the same guys that was mad. Oh, Pacquiao, our bud Terence Crawford has been chasing Pacquiao for 6 years now. Now he's rumored he's supposed to be trying to make the Pacquiao fight. And they was all mad and somber and like somebody died. And then as soon as they heard that Terence Crawford didn't sign the contract, they all happy again. Yes, now this is proof. Terence Crawford is ducking Manny Pacquiao. Now Pacquiao's trying to fight Errol Spence. Now all of a sudden Pacquiao not an old man anymore. Remember when it was rumored that Terence Crawford was going to fight him? Oh, Pacquiao's an old man. Bud been chasing him for 6 years. But Pacquiao don't have a belt. Now the rumor is Terence Crawford did sign the contract. Yada yada yada. The deal fell through between him and Manny Pacquiao. Terence Crawford never said that he was in the negotiations with Manny Pacquiao. That's for one. No one is on the YouTube can sit back on social media can say that Terence Crawford or Team Terence Crawford said that they was fixing to fight Manny Pacquiao. Right? Now, I'm not saying that they wasn't, but I'm saying they never said anything. So you have to question the sources from which it comes from. Bob Arum never said anything about it. He was on Fred Barbershop Talks. He did say there was in talks with several people, but he didn't say any names. He didn't say, yeah, we're in talks with Manny Pacquiao. Bob Arum never said that. Go back and look. So now, check this out. Let me show you guys this though. You know I got receipts since the guy who's supposed to put this rumor out that Terence Crawford is supposed to be fighting Manny Pacquiao, and they was negotiating something from overseas and yada 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 and blah blah squaze and Terence Crawford Manny Pacquiao wanted $40 million. This is what Mike Carpenter said. Bob Arum didn't say this. Terence Crawford didn't say this. Manny Pacquiao didn't say this. This is what Mike Carpenter said. All of this stuff came from the Alphabet Boy community. Now they are retracting. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys. When I say they are CNN, they are fake news and propaganda, YouTube, Boxing Network, they are. This is what they do. So let me show you guys this here. Now, this is the same guy, Mike Carpenter. This is the same guy. Let me blow it up for you. Make it big for you so you can see. Make it. I'm gonna drop a link in the description so you guys can see. Check this out. Mike Carpenter said, source, the proposed Manny Pacquiao Terence Crawford welterweight title fight pegged for June 5th appears all but dead after the funding from Abu Dhabi investors never came through. Let me repeat. So for all of you Alphabet Boy channels, fans of the Alphabet Boys who are banging on Crawford right now, saying he ain't fought nobody, saying that he's a coward, he's ducking Pacquiao, he's this, he's that. You know, this guy who ain't fought nobody, who's supposed to be ducking Pacquiao, come to find out that the stuff that the Alphabet Boy channels was putting out was false and fake news. It says here, Mike Carpenter, the same guy who put the rumor out that Terence Crawford was supposed to get $10 million and it was $50 million that was going to be put up for this fight between him and Manny Pacquiao. And Terence Crawford was supposed to get 20% or something like that. And Manny Pacquiao was going to get 80%. You never heard anything about Terence Crawford saying that I'm going to accept this. You never heard anything about Terence Crawford saying anything of this sort. These were rumors, unsubstantiated rumors. You never heard anything about that. Never. Especially from Terence Crawford. You never, because Crawford don't do no damn talking. We know that. That's one of the big problems I have with him. But nah, you never heard that. You see what I'm saying? But check this out. According to Mike Carpenter, he says sources, the proposed Manny Pacquiao Terence Crawford welterweight title fight pegged for June 5th appears all but dead after the funding for the Abu Dhabi investors never came through. Crawford, at long last, would have finally landed an elite opponent. Now the wait continues. Now, this is the same guy who put this rumor out. He the one that put the rumor out that Terence Crawford was in negotiations with Manny Pacquiao to fight in Abu Dhabi for $40 million. You know, Manny Pacquiao was going to get $40 million. Crawford going to get $10 million. It was going to be a 40-20 split. I mean, a 40-80, 80-20 split for Manny Pacquiao, right? This is the guy who said this. Now, this same guy is turning around and retracting everything by saying that the investors who's supposed to put the money up for this fight, they never came through. So if the investors never came through, how in the hell Terence Crawford was supposed to sign a contract for something that really is not a reality because there's no money there? Make that make sense to me. For all you Terence Crawford duck Manny Pacquiao now. The hell he gonna duck Manny Pacquiao? Manny Pacquiao 42 years old, going on 43. Manny Pacquiao's not gonna beat anybody elite. If he fight Errol Spence gonna beat the brakes off of him. And if he fight Terence Crawford gonna beat the brakes off of him. Period. And listen, and Manny Pacquiao is one of my favorite fighters, but he's too old right now. He's not gonna beat an elite fighter. And I don't want to hear that Keith Thurman shit either. Don't tell me nothing about what he did to Keith Thurman, because he almost lost that fight. Because Keith Thurman was catching him with right hands all night long outside of that knockdown. You see what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear that. You know what I mean? Manny Pacquiao need to retire. He's over there in the Philippines. Keep your ass over there in the Philippines, man, and continue to be a senator and do good for your people. And stop throwing your name in the welterweight division. You know, because you got these guys. Me personally, you know, and I'm not saying Manny Pacquiao is ducking. I'm not saying nobody is ducking. For what I'm seeing right here, how can you have a fight for a certain sum amount of money when there's no money for the fight? Make that make sense to me, guys. Who signs a contract when there's no money there? So if Crawford walked away from it, let's say the rumors are true. Crawford didn't sign the contract. Why would he sign a contract? Why would you sign a contract when there are no funds for the contract? Manny Pacquiao signed his half of the deal. So fucking what? So he signed his half of the deal for what? If there's no money there, what did he sign? This is the same thing that Tyson Fury was talking about. Tyson Fury was saying, hey, he signed this contract to fight Anthony Joshua in March. Eddie Hearns had 30 days to come up with the site, or to come up with where the fight was going to be at, and to come up with the money, how much money was going to be put up for this fight. You see what I'm saying? Eddie Hearns came through, he delivered. Tyson Fury confirmed that. Tyson Fury verified that. He said, yeah, I'm looking at some massive contracts, some massive deals on the table for a lot of money. And he talked about Saudi Arabia, USA, UK. He talked about Russia, and he talked about another country. So Tyson Fury confirmed that, verified that. In this situation with Terence Crawford, there was nothing confirmed by Terence Crawford. There was nothing verified by Terence Crawford. This is a guy named Mike Carpenter. Mike Carpenter has been wrong about a lot of stuff. I can tell you that right now. He's been wrong about a lot of stuff. I can look at a lot of stuff. This is the same guy that said that Floyd Mayweather was going to fight June 5th to compete with Teofimo Lopez's date with Cambosis and to compete with Terence Crawford's date on June 5th to fight Manny Pacquiao. This is the same guy that said that. Couldn't find that Floyd Mayweather ain't fighting nobody on June 5th. You see what I'm saying? And Terence Crawford ain't signed no damn contract to fight no Manny Pacquiao because there's no money there. This is the same guy who put this out there. So this is what I'm saying, guys. I don't report on everything like a lot of these channels do. If you look at a lot of these YouTube channels, they drop videos 4 or 5 times a day. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not knocking what they do. I get it. They drop videos 4 or 5 times a day. But a lot of stuff they put out there is not even real. They just running with rumors. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to run with the rumor. If there's no, as a matter of fact, let me stop sharing this. I'm not gonna run with the rumor. If I don't have any proof that this rumor is true, then I'm not gonna run with it. It doesn't make sense for me to run with it. You see what I'm saying? I let them other channels run with it, and I sit back and do my little investigation in the background to see if there have been anything that's been confirmed or not. If nothing has been confirmed, you see what I'm saying? Then what's the damn point? What's the damn point? So this is what I'm saying. That's why sorry about that, guys. Hold on. Stop sharing. I know my screen kind of blurred. That's why I don't jump at everything. I don't jump at everything. You see what I'm saying? Shout out for my main man. Shout out for my main man, Toon. Toon, what's good, fam? One time for the super chat for my main man, Toon. What do you say? I don't know, man. Manny Pacquiao could beat Porter and Ugas. Dude still got speed, and no brawler has ever beat Manny Pacquiao in a brawl inside of Marquez. Again, Toon, I hear what you're saying, but Manny Pacquiao is old, man. He's 42 years. He'll be 43 this year, right? He might can beat Keith Thurman. I mean, he might can beat Shawn Porter. He might can beat Ugas, or he might not beat him. He might lose to him. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know, I don't know. I mean, I know that, you know, that's a possibility. Anything can happen, right? And I'm not saying Manny Pacquiao can't. All I'm saying is this here. You hear a lot of rumors going around. Now these same guys, you know, and this is the thing. And what do you say, on top of time? What do you think about Ryan Garcia pulling out of his step-up fight? Yeah, Ryan Garcia, he said he had mental health issues. That's what he said. That's what he said. Tyson Fury said the same thing. So I don't know. I don't think nothing of it. You know, it's all BS to me, but it is what it is. You know, he's saying the same thing Tyson Fury said when he went in the hiatus. So I don't know how serious it is, how real it is. I don't know. All I can say is that's what he's saying. So October time, Crawford been chasing the guy for 7-8 years. When will he learn? He don't want you. Now, Michael Buffer, this is the thing. Terence Crawford is not the one that's saying he's trying to land the pipe. He was chasing Manny Pacquiao. Mike Coppinger said this. This is Mike Coppinger said this. Terence Crawford hasn't said anything. You see what I'm saying? And then if this was the case, if Crawford was been chasing Manny Pacquiao, it hasn't been 7-8 years. It's been 6 years. If Manny Pacquiao, if Crawford has been chasing him, why he wouldn't sign the contract? Why would he chase the man, according to what you're saying, for 7-8 years, and then when it's time to sign, he all of a sudden get cold feet and don't sign? You want to know why? Because the Manny Pacquiao Terence Crawford welterweight fight, which I just shared on here, there is no money for the fight. The investors who have supposed to put the money up for this fight, there is no money. According to what Mike Coppinger is saying, Manny Pacquiao signed the contract to fight Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford is the one that didn't sign. Do you want to know why? According to this guy, and we don't know how true this is neither. We don't know how true this is. I'm not saying that what Mike Coppinger is saying is true, guys. I'm not saying this. This guy credibility is shot with me because he lies so much and he's always putting out different things. He's always putting out different stuff, and he has to always come back and retract stuff that he says, right? So now I sound like to say this. If Crawford's been chasing the guy for 7-8 years and the guy don't want to fight him, according to what you're saying, Michael Buffer, explain to me why did Manny Pacquiao sign his half of the contract according to what Mike Coppinger said? Why did Manny Pacquiao sign the contract to fight Terence Crawford if the guy didn't want him? So apparently he wants the guy. So I'm not saying Pacquiao's ducking Crawford. I'm not saying Crawford is ducking Pacquiao. But how can you sign a fight? How can you sign a contract to fight a guy and there's no money there? I'm pretty sure the agreement was there has to be a certain amount of money there, right? If there's no money who signs a contract? Explain this to me. Who signs a contract where there's no money involved? This is the same thing that Tyson Fury was saying. That's all I'm saying. Now, I say all that to say this. All of the Alphabet Boy channels are the ones who took this and ran with it. So when it was rumored, the key word is rumor, because no one has heard Terence Crawford say anything. No one has heard Terence Crawford say, I'm working on fighting Manny Pacquiao in Abu Dhabi, and we're looking for some investors to put $40 million up. Terence Crawford didn't say that. Bob Arum did not say that. Those was rumors that was put out by other people, other people that was not connected to the primary source of information. The primary source would be Manny Pacquiao and his team, and the primary source would be Terence Crawford and his team. If you have not heard anything from Terence Crawford or his team, or from Manny Pacquiao and his team, where are all these people getting these rumors from? Please, somebody tell me something. Where are all these people getting these rumors from? Where are these rumors coming from? You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Where are these rumors coming from? That's what I want to know. Where are the rumors coming from? So no one heard anything from Crawford saying this. So where these rumors are coming from? You see what I'm saying? So I get it. Now these same guys, when Manny Pacquiao's too old, Crawford been chasing him for yada, 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 yada. And then now here's the new rumor. The new rumor is Manny Pacquiao is now trying to fight Errol Spence in July. That's the new rumor. Do you see how fast these rumors go? Tobertown, what do you say? Top Rank is wasting the beautiful talent of Terence Crawford. I hope he gets a breakthrough contract like Canelo. I heard to see him wasted away. Yeah, I mean, Terence Crawford to be fine. His contract is up with Top Rank in October. Mike Carpenter is a Crawford hater. This is the same guy that was in his feelings on Max Kellerman's show discussing the pound for pound list. Yeah, he is. He is a Crawford hater. This is what I'm saying, guys. That's why you have to question the source from which it comes from. You see what I'm saying? Halim, what do you say, fam? Yeah, hey, coach, does Crawford contract finish this year? Yeah, his contract is over with in 5 months. April, May, June, July, August, September, October. In 6 months. In 6 months, his contract is over with. Terence Crawford is in training camp right now. He's training. He's training for a fight right now. Terence Crawford has not said anything. I would love to see Terence Crawford go to get with MGK Global. I would love to see him get with them or get with Eddie Hearn. I would love to see that. He don't need to go to PBC. They got a million fighters over there. They got fighters over there who can't get fights. There's only a handful of fighters over there that's fighting each other anyway. He don't need to go to PBC. Leave that shit over there where it's at. Leave that PBC shit where it's at. Them niggas kissing on each other and twerking and want to have babies. He don't need to go over there with that. They got too much fugazi stuff going on over there. You see what I'm saying? Nearly Fuller, what do you say, fam? Learning disability community about LDBC, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You see what I'm saying? But this is what I'm saying though. This is what I'm saying though, guys. Sorry about that. Hold on, I'm trying to get my come on. See, can I get this right? Come on. Trying to make sure my charger on point. This is what I'm saying though, guys. This stuff is coming from Mike Carpenter. When you hear these sources, you have to question. You have to question for where the source came from. If you're not hearing it from primary information, listen. When I do research, right, this is what I learned when I was on the debate team in high school. When you're debating, right, and you're getting facts, you're gathering your information. You have to get information from primary sources. Mike Carpenter is a Terence Crawford hater, right? But that's neither here nor there. My point is this here. This is the guy who put the rumor out that Terence Crawford is trying to put together a fight with Manny Pacquiao to fight in Abu Dhabi. This was the guy who said this. Bob Arum did not say this. Terence Crawford did not say this. Manny Pacquiao did not say this. This came from Mike Carpenter. My question to you, sir, Mike Carpenter, is this. How do you know, sir, who told you this information? And why all of a sudden you are changing it now? Now you're saying that Manny Pacquiao has now in talks with Errol Spence. Errol Spence is getting ready to fight Ugas to win he win the WBA super welterweight belt? Why would Errol Spence stop the fight with Ugas to get a third belt so he can go chase a beltless 42 going on 43-year-old veteran? Why would he do that? Explain that to me. Make that make sense to me. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Make that make sense to me. Why would Terence Crawford, you know what I mean? Why would Terence Crawford, one, sign a contract where there's no funds there, right? According to Mike Carpenter. You have to question the source from which the source from which the information came from. Mike Carpenter has been wrong lately. That's all he does, right? And so now, my question is this: why would now all of a sudden, Manny Pacquiao is in talks with Errol Spence to fight in July? Do you see what I'm saying? I can't make this stuff up. This guy, Mike Carpenter, he just putting shit out there. Now the rumor is, well, Errol Spence say he don't want to fight Terence Crawford. Errol Spence say he don't want to fight Manny Pacquiao because he's getting ready to fight Ugas. You see what I'm saying? This is the rumor that Errol Spence, what I'm hearing that Errol Spence is saying. He's getting ready to fight Ugas. Manny Pacquiao is not bringing nothing to the table. He doesn't have a belt. So you didn't hear Bob Arum say that, yeah, we're trying to fight Manny Pacquiao in Abu Dhabi. You didn't hear Terence Crawford say it, or you didn't have Manny Pacquiao say it. So my question to the Alphabet Boy community and people who follow them is this: where did that information come from? Mike Carpenter. That's where it came from. This guy has been wrong. Always question the source from which the information comes from. This is why you don't see me drop 4 and 5 videos a day. You want to know why? Because I don't chase any, because all news ain't boxing news. All news ain't boxing news. You see what I'm saying? It ain't, listen, I let them other guys talk about the other stuff, you know what I mean? But when I find something solid that can be substantiated and verified, then that's what I want to talk about. But according to this guy, Terence Crawford is in training camp right now. He's going to fight somebody. You know what I mean? He's going to fight somebody. So what it do, everybody in the chat? What it do, everybody in the chat? Give everybody a round of applause. You know, seems like everything running slow right now in here. Everything running slow right now. Give everybody a round of applause. Let's see. What do you say? Disrespectful to compare Twitter champions to real legends like Leonard Hearns? Yeah. Absolutely. That's good. Yeah, what you say, Shelton Moore? Yeah, anything to discredit a fighter you don't like. That's how you know these guys they're not fans of boxing. They're fans of fighters. They're not fans of boxing. What's going on? Zimriel, what do you say, Grant? Big up, coach from the UK. Yeah, thanks for the love, fam. Thanks for the love. Hey, man, if you're new to the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. Please like this video, share this video, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let everybody know we rocking today. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, anything to discredit. Yeah, see, that's what I'm telling you guys. Like, I am a fan of the sport of boxing. When you are a fan of individual fighters, like I've never seen guys get excited about a big fight not happening. Let's say this was true. Let's say that Crawford he walked away from this deal because there wasn't no money there, which he should. Who would sign a contract? Tyson Fury. I keep talking about Tyson Fury because Tyson Fury said the exact same thing. This is what John Fury is talking about. We haven't seen no contracts. We haven't seen no date or venue. You see what I'm saying? The contract means nothing if it doesn't have a venue, if it doesn't have a date when they're fighting, and the money is not there. This is what John Fury was saying, and this is what all of the Tyson Fury fans was in agreement with. Right now, if we're going to use the Tyson Fury, John Fury standard about contracts, then let's run with that. Then, if Terence Crawford walked away from a contract because it didn't have any funds, who could blame him? Do you look at that as a duck? This is what Mike Carpenter is saying. You know, he didn't want to put this out there, so you know who can blame him? Right now, isn't it funny that the LDBCs are hating on a great American boxer in Terence Crawford, and he's black? They should support constructively and not destructively. Yeah, and he's black. They're going to show you. They're going to show you on Top in Time that old fake pro-black stuff. It's fake as hell. You see what I'm saying? Because they pick and choose which black fighters they want to support, and then they pick and choose which ones they want to tear down. This is the only community that I know to where they threaten they threaten trainers. Tay Jones and Drew the Midget, yeah, talking about I wish you got burnt up in the car fire, wish the man death, and when I see you, I'm gonna pull up. And this is what Tay Jones is saying. That's Team Wilder. You see what I'm saying? Like these guys want to be so pro-black, but they're always threatening black people. That's what's so funny about it. This is why I tell you guys from the UK, stay out of the black American racial politics, because it'll just confuse you. It'll just confuse you. Now, let's move on. Who do I want to see Terence Crawford fight next? I want to see Terence Crawford fight Shawn Porter. This is what I've been calling for all along. When there was rumors out there, guys, that said that Terence Crawford was rumored to fight Manny Pacquiao. I could pull up videos I dropped last week. What did I say? I'm on the record. Man, I want to see Terence Crawford fight Shawn Porter. I said that Manny Pacquiao is old. If Terence Crawford beats Manny Pacquiao, he ain't gonna get no credit for it. The same people who say those same people say, oh, well, Manny Pacquiao's old, he passed his prime. They don't like Crawford. And again, it's like I said before, when somebody doesn't like you, right? If somebody doesn't like you, guys, I want you to understand this here. If somebody doesn't like you, there's nothing that you can do to make them like you. Terence Crawford is in that situation. These guys are all in on PBC fighters. I get it. If they don't like somebody, there's nothing that person do to make them like them. This is probably why Terence Crawford don't do interviews. It is what it is. But hey, if there's no money there, how the hell he's supposed to sign a contract according to Mike Carpenter? But I don't believe, I'm gonna tell you guys something. I don't believe nothing that comes from Mike Carpenter. I need another source. I don't care if he has a blue check mark on Twitter. You can pay for a blue check mark. That don't mean you're credible. You see what I'm saying? This guy who said a whole bunch of stuff that turned out to be wrong and false. This is where the alphabet boys get their information from, and they take it and run with it. I've never seen a boxing community that was so happy that big fights are not being made. If it's not being made by a PBC fighter, they hate and shit on anyone else. You see what I'm saying? Oh, the Tyson Fury fight ain't gonna happen. And they be happy about that. This is how you know these guys are not fans of the sport of boxing. This is how you know that these guys are fans. They are fanboys. Fanboys. What do you say? They supported Crawford until I don't even know they supported him at all. But I hear what you're saying, Diallo. I got my mouse right here, man. Oh, shit, this fucking mouse is pissing me off. All right, here we go. Drop the link in there for anybody who wanna come on in and rock with the old boy. I can't even hear. So I need to try to find my damn headphones, man. Like literally, I can't hear right now. Someone to call in, I probably can't even hear you guys. What the hell is my headphones? I gotta find them. I gotta find my headphones. What did I do with them? Well, bear with me for a minute, guys. Oh. Here it go right here. Here it go right here. Bam. I was looking for my headphones, guys, so I can, Yeah, but do you see what I'm saying, though, right? Mike Carpenter, they talk like this guy's the Bible when it comes to boxing. So this is what I want to tell you guys. If you don't hear it from the primary source, hey, thanks for letting me know, Halim, but I can't hear. If you don't hear it from the primary source, everything else is just rumors. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Mike Carpenter is nobody. I don't care who he works with. This guy, one, he doesn't like Crawford. And that's, you don't like him, you don't like him. That's cool. I ain't got no problem with that. But the information that he's been putting out there lately has been false. This is the guy who said that Crawford and Manny Pacquiao was working on a fight on June 5th to fight in Abu Dhabi. The only problem with that is this. You didn't hear nothing come from Team Crawford saying that. And you didn't hear anything from Manny Pacquiao saying that. You didn't hear nothing from them. So if you didn't hear from Team Crawford or Bob Arum, or if you didn't hear from Manny Pacquiao's team, where did he get this information from? Because this is the information that the Alphabet Boys took and ran with. Now they're making videos, and now they're making videos trying to retract it. Oh, well, now Manny Pacquiao, he's the legend. He's trying to fight Errol Spence in July. The only problem with that is Errol Spence don't want to fight his old ass now. Errol Spence, you ain't got no belt no more, Pacquiao. And that's if this the case. I don't even believe that because it's coming from Mike Coppinger. But anyways, go ahead, Mr. Shelton Moore. Shelton Moore in the building, guys. Shelton Moore in the building. We're gonna ring the Ali bell for my brother Shelton Moore. We're gonna ring the Ali bell for him, man. In the building.
What's going on, Coach? How you doing today, man? Sounds like you cooking early.
Oh yeah, no. I'm just trying to address some things. Like I'm looking at Mike Coppinger's on Twitter. I just shared what he's saying. I don't know if you saw it or not, but I just shared the source. Mike Coppinger is the one that's saying now that the proposed Manny Pacquiao Terence Crawford welterweight title fight pegged for June 5th appears to be all but dead after the funding from Abu Dhabi investors never came through. And they're saying that Terence Crawford never signed the contract. He didn't sign the contract and he walked away, right? So now, for those who say, well, Crawford, he's a ducker. He don't want to fight nobody. This makes sense to me. How the hell is he ducking? What he's supposed to sign a contract and fight for free? And that's if this is the case. That's if this is the case. What he's supposed to sign a contract and fight for free? If this is the case, according to Mike.
So he's saying that the fight is off. But didn't he say because Terrence didn't sign a contract or something like that?
Yeah, he said that.
Wasn't that rumor?
Yeah, he said that. But now
let me ask a question. I'm talking about a common sense question.
Right.
If you've been chasing a guy for let's say 7 to 8 years,
right,
and you finally get the guy that you've been chasing, and they send the contract for you to sign,
right,
what would be the only reason why you wouldn't sign it?
I could give you 2 reasons why he wouldn't sign it. One, it depends on what the details were in the contract. That's one. And 2, if the money wasn't there. And I'm gonna clarify what I mean by details in the contract. Let's say Terence Crawford contract is up with Top Rank in October. This has been confirmed by Bob Arum. Bob Arum says his contract is up. And let's say that Bob Arum has in the contract, and that's what he did the same thing to Teofimo Lopez from what I'm hearing. Let's say Bob Arum has in the contract, okay, I got this fight for you to fight Manny Pacquiao, but you're going to have to, in the contract, there's a clause to where you're going to have to stay with Top Rank for another 2-3 years.
Facts.
So that would be a reason right there. Oh, no. I ain't signing this contract. That'll be one reason. And another reason would be if there was supposed to be funding and Manny Pacquiao signed his end of the bargain, but there's no money there, that would be another reason why I wouldn't fight. Why would I sign a contract for no money?
Now, this is what I heard, Coach. I heard the contract was sent over, but it was somewhere in the area. I'm not sure. But the 2 numbers I heard was 70-30 and 80-20. That's what I heard. So now I'm going to ask you again. If I'm a 3-division world champion,
right,
undisputed at 140,
right,
I've won Fighter of the Year 2 times,
right,
and I'm considered the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Why in the fuck would I fight anybody for 80-20 or 70-30? Why would I do that?
Listen, this is, hey, Shelton, you're right about that. But this is the propaganda that was being pushed by the Alphabet Boys. Why Terence Crawford will fight Manny Pacquiao for 80-20, but he'll turn down 60-40 from Errol Spence. Number one, Crawford never said he was going to fight Manny Pacquiao for 80-20. He never said that. Bob Arum never said that. No, listen, let me ask you this question. Where did this rumor come from that Terence Crawford was going to fight Manny Pacquiao for an 80-20 split? Where did that come from? I asked anybody in the chat, where did it come from?
Yeah, please tell me, because I don't see nobody doing that shit. That makes no sense.
But, hey, Bold, what time for my main man, Bold? Bold in the building. Bold, what's going on, fam?
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
What's good with you, bro?
Bold, what's happening, baby?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, my man, Bo, what's up, bro? Hey, listen, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I'm hearing 80-20, and you just said, Mr. Moore, you heard 70-30. Where did you hear it from? That's the question I have. I've saw several channels reporting on this.
Yeah, I heard it from
Alphabet Boy channel.
I heard it from them. I heard it from them cats. And that right there kind of tainted it for me.
Right, exactly. All I see is when I go on Terence Crawford's social media, I see him training in Colorado. I see him sparring with Shakur Stevenson and other boxers. I see him training right now. He's training to fight somebody. Terence Crawford is training to fight somebody, and he ain't saying nothing. And you know what's so crazy about it? What's so crazy about it is this. Nobody from his team has said anything. Bob Arum hasn't said anything. He said that we were going to have an announcement in 2 weeks. 2 weeks don't pass by. The announcement, there has been no announcement, right? So now, when I go on WBO's rankings, because remember, I've been consistent. I said, man, I want to see Terence Crawford fight Shawn Porter. That's the fight I want to see. So now maybe we'll get the Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter fight, right? But when I went on WBO's rankings, when I looked at their rankings last week, Shawn Porter was number one. He was the number one contender to fight for the WBO championship. Now that has changed. Vergil Ortiz is number one contender now, and Shawn Porter's number two. So my question was, why didn't Shawn Porter activate his number one status to fight?
Ain't that funny? Hold on, coach. Ain't that funny? All of a sudden, Shawn Porter's number two, and Vergil Ortiz is number one.
Right.
What is that? How did that happen?
I have no idea. It just changed. Listen, it changed I think yesterday. It changed yesterday. It changed Saturday. Saturday they swapped places. Terence Crawford. I'm gonna show you right now. Like I'm literally like we just did remember I just showed the WBO rankings I think Friday showing who was talking about Hey
coach Peter Murdoch said it's magic.
yeah it's magic. I'm not making this up, guys. I can show it to you. You know me, I come with the receipts. So let's see this. So what do you see now? Number one, you see Vergil Ortiz. You see Vergil Ortiz number one now. And
is that Mikey Garcia? Mikey Garcia?
Mikey Garcia is ranked number 3.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm kidding you. Yes, I am kidding you right now. I'm kidding you right now. Mikey Garcia.
I'm done with the bodies. They all full of shit. I'm done with them.
Mikey Garcia has had one fight at welterweight. His only fight he ever had at welterweight, he got the brakes beat off of him for 12 rounds. From the first round, every second of the first round, all the way through the 12th round, every second of the 12th round, and everything in between. But they got Mikey Garcia as ranked number 3 for WBO to fight Terence Crawford.
Well, hey, coach, I think he did have a fight after that. He fought
who he fought?
Jesse Vargas, I think.
Who?
Bo. Who is Jesse Vargas? Come on, Bo.
No, I agree with that.
Come on. Yeah.
No, I agree. Like Jesse Vargas is a nobody. I'm saying I think he did had a second fight after the Spence fight.
Yeah, I didn't know. I'm be honest with you. I didn't see that fight. I didn't see that fight. Well, what happened to that fight?
I think he won by like a majority decision. I ain't watched the fight either, but
yeah,
I believe he did had that fight with Jesse Vargas, because after that fight, that's when he started saying he wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao.
Right. So now Manny Pacquiao and Garcia will be a good fight. They need to fight each other. They about the same size. That'll be a good fight. But what I've been saying all along is this: I want to see Terence Crawford fight who? Shawn Porter. That's the fight to make to me. To me, that's the fight to make. You know what I mean? So my whole thing is this as well. All of this Terence Crawford. I remember it like it was yesterday. The Alphabet Boy himself, the one who dropped more videos than anybody from the Alphabet Boy community, Mr. Blue. Mr. Blue have shot some multiple videos in the past couple of weeks chastising Terence Crawford. Why would you take 80-20 to fight Manny Pacquiao when you can get a 60-40 split with Errol Spence? The only problem with that is Terence Crawford never said he was going to take 80-20 for Manny Pacquiao. He never said that. So Where are you coming up with this narrative from, sir? Where did this narrative come from?
Well, see, I see where they get their information from. They go to the website, and it's two of them. Is one of them is Boxing 24 News or whatever, and then the other one is Eastside Boxing. And both of those websites, if you look at it, man, both of those websites be putting out some horrible rumors and whatnot, and that's where they get their information from.
Right, but Bo, this is what I'm saying, brother, and I thank you so much for educating me on that. This is what I'm saying. Like me, right? I'm registered with the United States Press Agency. I've been registered with them since 2014. I've showed my press pass here, right? In the past, I can show it now. It's in the room. When you are a journalist, these guys are not journalists. I get it, right? But forget the journalist side. Damn all of that. Let's throw all that aside. When you're putting out information and you have an audience, you have to make sure that you quote primary sources of information. When you do your research, I've been on the debate team in high school before. When you debate and you debate in certain topics, when you putting up information bold, you have to go to primary sources, meaning where did it originate from, to confirm and verify if this is true. If I hear something, if someone tells me, hey, you know what, man, Mr. Shelton Moore or Bold said this and they said that. Now, a fool would say, oh, yeah, that's what they said, and they'll take it around with it and go to repeating it. For all you know, the person who you got the information from could be lying to you. So the best way to find out if Bold said something was for me to do what? Try to get in contact with Bold or someone who's very, very close to him. Bold, hey, listen, man, this is what I'm hearing. Can you just please tell me, is there any truth to the rumor of what I'm hearing? If you didn't do that, and if I couldn't get in contact with you, I have no right to say, well, I can't get in contact with Bold. It must be true. I'm going to just take this around with it. Only to come back later on down the line and have to retract everything I just said a week or two prior. You have to deal with primary sources of information. Mike Carpenter, and listen, they have quoted Mike Carpenter as well. Because I've been watching Mike Carpenter for about a year and a half. Mike Carpenter always does this. He is the one, from what I saw, who talked about the 80-20. Terence Crawford is looking at taking 80-20. Let me go ahead and shut this off. Stop sharing. Terence Crawford is looking at taking an 80-20 deal split with Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is going to get 40 million. Terence Crawford is going to get 10 million. And everybody from the Alphabet Boy community, well, they chastise Terence Crawford anyway because they don't like Terence Crawford. But that was another reason to chastise Terence Crawford. The only problem is Crawford never said he was going to take 80-20 for Manny Pacquiao. Crawford never said that he was going to fight Manny Pacquiao in Abu Dhabi. Bob Arum never said that neither. So if Bob Arum is not saying it, right, he haven't said anything as relates to who's Crawford's fighting next. He just said we have a big announcement coming in 2 weeks. 2 weeks have passed. We haven't heard the announcement, right? That's the only thing Bob Arum said. Fred Barbershop Talks was trying to get the information out of him. They went ahead and said, oh, yeah, well, he's going to fight Manny Pacquiao then. That's what they said. I saw the interview. That's where that rumor came from. It came from them. They said that Terence Crawford was going to fight Manny Pacquiao next. Next thing you know, it went from that to Crawford is taking 10 million and Manny Pacquiao is going to take 40 million. You know what I mean? And they're going to be fighting in Abu Dhabi and they're looking for investors to put the money up. But you never heard Bob Arum say that. You never heard Manny Pacquiao team saying that. Nobody said this who was directly supposed to be linked for this to happen. Neither side said it. So where did it come from? It came from Mike Carpenter. It came from all these different rumor sites, these rumor websites that you were talking about, and the Alphabet Boys took it and ran with it. And then go ahead.
See, the thing with Mike Carpenter, man, he might, I understand he might be a journalist, but I think he's more focused on trying to be first than be right. You know what I'm saying? And he just started putting out everything, and I don't know if he just trying to put out all these rumors and hoping one of them could be true. And then people would be like, oh, okay, well, Mike Carpenter broke the news or whatever. Right. And that to me, that's what it seemed like from him.
Bo, you hit the nail right on the head, brother, because that's what's going on with a lot of media news outlets right now. CNN, they have been wrong for the past 4, 5, 6 years. Fox, MSNBC, I call them MSDNC, ABC, CBS. Everybody's trying to be first instead of trying to be right. That's the problem. And then they got to come back and retract different things. You hear all these different, you know what I mean? So, and this is the problem. Everybody's trying to be first. And that's why you don't see me dropping 5 and 6 videos a day. The reason why is because I'm not going to chase everything that I hear from another channel or on another source. I have to make sure that it's right. Me, I'm gonna I haven't said anything about Terence Crawford, him and Manny Pacquiao supposed to fight. I said, well, if this is true, that I want to see Terence Crawford fight Shawn Porter. I say if he can't get this Manny Pacquiao fight, which I said that you ain't gonna, I don't see him fight Manny Pacquiao, because if you couldn't get a fight with him when both of you was with top rank, how the hell you gonna get a fight with him now? So that ain't gonna happen. I want to see Crawford fight Shawn Porter. The only problem is Shawn Porter at least have to activate his mandatory clause. He's number 2 now. Vergil Ortiz is number 1. They conveniently swapped places over the past this past weekend. So I like to see Bud, since Bud is in training camp, I like to see him fight Shawn Porter. I think that'd be a damn good fight. That'd be a way better fight than fighting Manny Pacquiao. You see what I'm saying? Since you have to fight somebody anyways, Pacquiao's not a mandatory. Now you can make the most money fighting Manny Pacquiao, but how can Terence Crawford duck Manny Pacquiao? And go back to what Mr. Shelton Moore said. If you've been chasing a guy, let's say you believe this here. If he's been chasing a guy for 7-8 years, which he hasn't. He's been chasing Pacquiao for 6 years. But I'm just running with that. If you've been chasing a guy for 7-8 years, right? And let's see, he's been chasing the guy for 7-8 years. Why would you get all the way to the door, get a contract to fight the guy, only to turn around and say, no, I ain't gonna sign it? That don't even sound right to me. You see what I'm saying? My spidey senses are tingling. That don't even sound right to me. Why would he get all the way to the door and not sign a contract unless there's no money? There's no money. So what, he's supposed to sign the contract and don't get paid nothing? Where the money at? This is the same thing that Tyson Fury and John Fury was talking about. Well, yeah, we've been hearing all this stuff about AJ and Eddie Hearn. We're supposed to have all these different deals from different countries and stuff like that. We haven't seen anything. So if this is true, which I doubt, but if this is true for what Mike Carpenter is saying, he said that the proposed Manny Pacquiao Terence Crawford welterweight title fight, and I have to repeat this for the people who are who are part of the slow learner disability boxing community, who are saying that Terence Crawford is ducking. You know what I mean? This guy, the guy who y'all got your information from, specifically said that it appears that the fight is all but dead after the funding. Let me repeat. After the funding, let me repeat for the 3rd time, after the funding from the Abu Dhabi investors never came through. So if the funding from the investors never came through, that means that, goddamn it, there probably was no investors. The investors didn't put no money up. And if that's the case, why would he sign a contract to fight a guy when there's no money involved? That's my whole argument. That's my whole argument. Why? Why would he fight a contract when there's no money involved? It doesn't make sense to me. So Mike Carpenter, again, this guy has been the one putting out these rumors. This is the guy. Now he's going back. You see what I'm saying? Because he has a blue check on Twitter, he's supposed to be the Bible. And I've heard these Alphabet Boy channels pushing this same propaganda, shitting on Terence Crawford. And that's cool. If that's what they want to do, I ain't got a problem with them doing that. But my point is this here. You can't be just running out there dropping 5-6 videos a day, and most of the stuff you putting out there is propaganda, hearsay, and unsubstantiated rumors.
That's what that's what kills their credibility, coach. When you putting out 4 or 5 videos a day, right? Sometimes you regurgitating the same shit you said 2 hours ago. People get tired of that. I mean, people ain't as slow as other people want to think they are. Right. People ain't as slow. People are not gonna bite into all that bullshit. It's not that important. You know what I'm saying? They just put out a video, state your case, and then if something changes, then either you retract it or you put out another video. But 5 and 6 videos, that's crazy to me. Right.
And this is the thing. Peter Barnock said this. Did Bob Arum say the funding never came through? Listen, this is my whole point, Peter, and Mikey C. This is Mikey C. This is my whole point. We haven't heard anything from the primary sources. This is what I'm saying, guys. Who the fuck is Mike Carpenter? Somebody tell me who Mike Carpenter is.
A reporter. I know, just a reporter. That's all he is.
He's a reporter.
But here's a question for you, Coach.
Go ahead.
But here's a question for you now, on those same lines. Here's a question for you. Now, we know for a fact, right, that Bud been in training camp for about a month. Right?
Yes, right.
You know that.
Right.
You think he just went to training camp to go to training camp?
Hell no.
I don't.
You know he's training. You know he's training to fight somebody. We know that.
Exactly.
We know
Exactly.
that. Now,
so the problem is they just don't know who it is, and now you got a bunch of people speculating. It's the same thing that happened yesterday. I think I sent you a link. I think I sent you a message about it, Coach. This kid Garcia said he had to pull out of the Fortuna fight for health and wellness reasons. That's what he said. Now everybody run around talking about depression, anxiety. He's going through this. Nobody knows what's wrong with that kid because he never specified. He never said what was going on. And like you said, that's how people start running with shit. You don't know if that kid is depressed. We don't know what's going on with that dude. All we know for a fact is that he pulled out of the fight. That's all we know.
That's all we know. And anything else is just speculating and shooting videos, speculating just to be speculating. You know what I mean? And listen, and if that's what you want to do, that's no problem with that. Just sit back and say, hey, you know what? My opinion is what I feel the reason why he did this. It ain't backed up by nothing because I'm sitting here I'm in my garage right now, but I'm sitting here in my garage or in my basement or whatever, and something just came up in my head, and I'm just making this up, pulling it out of the clear blue sky. You see what I'm saying? This is why I think this is happening. Sir, what is that based on? Oh, it ain't based on nothing. This is just what I want to say to my fan base. Oh, okay. So if that's what you want to do, just say that. I ain't got a problem with that. Just say that. But when you report it as though it's facts, and you ain't got no sources, where you got it from. Did you hear it from Bob Arum? No. Did you hear from Manny Pacquiao? No. Who did you hear from? Well, my sources say people who are very close to the situation tell me this. Man, that don't mean
who's
shit.
The source? Now, here's another one for you, Coach. Here's another one for you. Yesterday, I talked to Steven So-Called Nelson, right?
Right.
You know, he's in the camp. But he injured right now, but he's in the camp.
Right.
Him, Bud, Shakur. Yeah, he's a top 10 ranked 168 pounder. He tore his Achilles, so he out to the end of the year. But he told me this. We was talking about the same situation. He was like, look, bro, and I'm going to tell you this. I don't speak nobody's business, but I'm going to tell you this right now. Don't believe the shit you hearing.
I remember you said that. And the thing is, someone like Crawford, he ain't saying nothing. For all we know, him and Shawn Porter could be getting ready to fight each other. We don't know that.
Exactly.
They're not saying anything. So this is what happens. And just like what Bold said, Bold, you hit the nail right on the head. What happens is this. When these guys hear something, when they report something, they want to be first instead of being right. And I remember a time in journalism when I was a little kid, reporters used to want to be right before they be first. Now you have different media outlets like on YouTube, channels like mine and other channels who are way bigger than mine. They want to be first instead of being right. Sir, where did you get this information from? Oh, I saw it on Mike Carpenter's Twitter page. Okay, did you cross-reference? Where did he get the information from? Because when you're doing research, right, if I find out some information, let's say I'm getting ready for a debate or I'm getting ready to report something. I find out some information. Let me find out where the source comes from. Is this a credible source? Okay, let's look at this source's track record. Okay, this guy's track record, he's batting 1,000. Every time he drop a story, it's been correct. And he's been correct for the past 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Okay, this guy's pretty credible. Okay, but let me dig further. Where did he get the information from? Okay, in order for him to report it. Because I know Mr. Short and Moore ain't gonna report nothing unless he know for a fact that this is a fact. So let me see exactly where he got it from. Let me see, they don't do any cross-referencing. They don't do that. They don't say, okay, where he got information from. Okay, now where he got it from. They don't get to the primary source, where these people probably got it from. They just take it. Does it fit my narrative? Yes, it fit my narrative. Will it make Errol Spence look good? Yes. Will it make Terence Crawford look bad? Yes. And will it feed my fan? Would I be able to feed my followers, my subscribers, what they want to hear? Yes. Okay, let me take it and shoot a video right quick and run with it. And that's what's going on, guys. Boxing is so messed up right now. That's why the UFC is killing boxing. Because in the UFC, there's no ducking in the UFC. Everybody got to fight everybody. There's no 60-40, this and that. the UFC don't make as much money as boxers, but the problem is this. But that's why the UFC sport is doing damn good. They're doing good right now. In a pandemic, without a pandemic, no plan, it doesn't matter. The UFC killing boxing right now. And then you got the fighters, and now it ain't. I don't want to just say it's the fighters. It's some of the fight fans who follow certain channels. They be happy not to see certain fighters who are not their favorite fighter have a big fight with somebody else.
You know what's funny, Coach?
To me.
You know what's funny? I was listening to somebody yesterday. I ain't gonna say who it is because it really don't matter.
Right.
I was just listening to him talk about this situation we talking about now. Right. And you know what the first words out of that person's mouth was?
What?
Bud's a bitch. And I turned it off right then. I turned it off right then. Because why would you say that when we know if Bud was anywhere in your vicinity, you would not be talking like that. You would not say that.
Yeah.
So I can't understand why these people think just because they on YouTube and they got some people listening to them, they can just say whatever they want to say. Because you fuck around and be at the wrong spot and Bud pull up on you, then what? What you gonna say then?
Right. You know, I mean, listen, and in Terence Crawford defense, and you've been watching him long enough to know he wouldn't do nothing anyways. He wouldn't because he know those guys be trying to bait him up and stuff like that. Remember when he went to Dallas, Texas? Errol Spence fight when Errol Spence fought Danny Garcia. And remember, you had a whole bunch of guys from Dallas pulling up on Bud, they was giving him a hard time. And Bud was just sitting there smiling, whatever. In the audience, he didn't react. You're not gonna get a reaction.
I know that. Yeah, you know I know what you're saying, Coach. But I'm just saying, why would you say that? Why would you disrespect another brother like that? Why would you do that? Does that make you sound cool? Does that make you sound tough? I mean, why would you do that? That makes no sense to me. That's coward shit. That's kid shit to me.
Listen. If you don't like him, you don't like him. There's nothing wrong with not liking Crawford. I get that. My thing is, I love the sport of boxing. Everybody's not gonna like the same fighter, and I get it. I understand that. And me personally, I don't see anything wrong with that. But my point is, Bud. They saying Bud is a bitch. They are making decisions based on what they are being fed. And again, it's like what I said before. If somebody doesn't like you, there's nothing that you can do to make them like you. Period. I don't like Crawford. Fuck him. Ain't nothing he can do. Terence Crawford can come up with a cure for cancer right now. Oh man, fuck Crawford. Why he came up with a cure for cancer? Now the doctors can't make no money on putting out medicine.
You stupid, man.
You see what I'm saying? He can't. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm saying this is what it is. Like when someone doesn't like you, listen. It could be 10 kids. God forbid, drowning in the ocean. Terence Crawford can jump in the ocean, save all 10 kids, keep them from getting drowned, bring them to land. PBC fanboys, Alphabet Boy fanboys would say, "Oh fuck that! Why he saved them 10 kids? Now the sharks ain't gonna have nothing to eat. He's a hater."
Now see, but I'm just saying for me, Coach. I'm just saying my morals. My standards as a man, I just can't stand people who say coward shit like. I just don't like that. I just don't like that. You can not like the guy like you said, that's fine, but you ain't got to disrespect that man when you know goddamn well the shit you saying from your mama's basement behind your keyboard, you wouldn't be saying to that man's face. That's just me. I don't get down like that. Right.
Like, listen, I'm not gonna disrespect no fighter because neither one of us beat any of them. Those guys are professionally trained fighters. They have muscle memory. You know what I mean? Like
facts. And that's my point. That's my point. Be a man. Right. Be a man. Just be a man and disagree with the man. You don't like his movements. That's fine. But all that calling him a bitch and that shit is too much, man. We ain't got to do all that. That's too much.
Right. You see what I'm saying? Like this guy right here. King Mighty said Blue Ball said Wilder was getting $32 million step aside, but failed to say his source. Facts. He also said Hearn admitted receiving $50 million offer from Wilder. Again, no source. Listen, King Midas, let me address that for you right quick, sir. I saw the debate. It wasn't even the debate with counterpoints boxing with Kurt and Blue. And I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna be respectful to both sides. Kurt did a terrible job, in my opinion. I'm gonna tell you why. Blue got a chance to say Blue looked good. I saw the whole thing. I saw the first half and the second half. Blue looked damn good. He was lying like hell. Kurt didn't even check him on when he said, Wilder had offered Anthony Joshua $50 million. And the $50 million was verified and confirmed by Eddie Hearns. Lie. Number one, sir, I would have stopped them right there. See, this is why they don't want to mess with me. I promise you this. Kurt is a little bit more diplomatic. And I'm not saying anything bad about counterpunch boxing. I like Kurt. I watch his videos. I like Kurt. I watch his videos. So I don't want nobody going back saying, Kurt, Coach Malachi banging on you. I'm not banging on Kurt. But I got to call it the way I see it. I have to call it the way I see it. The man came on your platform and lied his ass off and you ain't even check him. Facts. Now, that's a lie. Now, Wilder did say he offered he offered Joshua $50 million. But what he forgot to leave, this is the main thing he forgot to say. Shelly Bullwinkle said that we got $50 million. We're gonna send a contract over, but you got 24 hours to sign it. Eddie Hearns say, wait a minute. What's the term sheet? What are the terms? That's one. So anybody who don't understand contracts, you don't just sign a contract, you look at the terms. Okay, you can tell you got $50 million. Wilder don't have $50 million. Wilder didn't even have a net worth of $50 million then, and he doesn't have one now. So when a fighter, like an Errol Smith say, you take 60-40. But one, you don't put together contracts, Errol Smith. You just talking on Twitter. That ain't how contracts get done. That ain't how fights get done. Fights get done in the back office with your management team. This is why Errol Smith always say, go talk to Al. You ain't the one that make offers to fighters because you're not your own boss. Al Heyman is the boss over there. You guys have to get permission from Al Heyman. Now, I say all that to say this. As it relates to Wilder said out of his mouth, I got $50 million. Nigga, where you got it from? From an Alabama coconut tree? You ain't got no $50 million, son. Where is that? So Eddie Hearns said, okay, show us proof of funds. And Eddie Hearns said, wait a minute, you just a boxer from Alabama. I want to talk to your handlers. What Shelly Finkel is saying. Because fighters ain't the ones who put money up for fights. Men, promoters do. Or investment
if fighters can talk to fighters and make the fights themselves, why would they need promotion?
Exactly. So that's my whole point. But Kurt let Blue get away with that. That's one thing. That two, he forgot to say that Shelly Finkel say sign the contract in 24 hours. So Eddie Hearns said, no. A fight of this magnitude, let me come to New York and let's sit down and talk and look at the contract. Kind of like how business is done. Shelly Bullwinkle, and this is documented, I can pull it up, said that no, you have 24 to 48 hours to sign this contract or else. So the Alphabet Boys, because it fit their narrative, took that and said Wilder offered Joshua $50 million and he didn't take it. Why Kurt let Blue get away with that on this channel? I have no idea. And Kurt is a very smart guy. You see what I'm saying? But why he let him get away with that? And Eddie Hearns confirmed, verified the funds. That is a lie, a bold-faced lie. And he just sat there and let the man say it and didn't even check him. Like literally.
But sometimes, I'm going to say this in Kurt's defense, Coach. I'm going to say this in Kurt's defense. Sometimes bullshit doesn't even deserve to be responded to.
I get what you're saying, but if you're on the platform and your title of your video is Counterpunch versus Blue, Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua, that means it's going to be a battle.
Facts.
That means you're gonna say, but you got to say to support your base and your narrative, to support what your information you're trying to put out there, and I have to counter that since I am counterpunch boxing. There was no counterpunching. I'm like, dude, this is not true.
You win. You're right, Coach. You're right.
That's all I'm saying. And if I ever talk to Kurt, I'm gonna ask him. I'm like, listen, man, why you let him get away with that? That's a lie. This dude made that. He regurgitated that same lie he said years ago. That wasn't true. So these are the same people. This is my point. This is my point, Sheldon. These are the same people who will say, Crawford, ducking Manny Pacquiao. Crawford is agreed. He agreed to take 80-20, 80-20 split to fight Manny Pacquiao. These are the same people who saying this. Sir, where did you get that information from? My sources told me that. Who is your source? Who is your source? Oh, I got my source is Fanon. Who is your source, sir? Or my source is Drew Titan. Who is your source, sir? Or my source is 78 Sports TV. Who is your source, sir? My source is Boxing Ego. Who is your source, sir? My source is Dante's Boxing Nation. Who is your source, sir? My source is IK TV. Who is your source? My source is Mike Compton. Oh, okay. Now I know it's bullshit. This is the problem. That's all I'm saying. Nothing. If you haven't heard it from, Terence Crawford or his camp, if you haven't heard it from Manny Pacquiao's camp, where are all of these rumors coming from?
I just told somebody today, Coach. We were just talking today, and I just told somebody because they were doing the same thing we're doing right now, right? We're talking about this whole situation, and I asked them. I said, "Let me ask you a question. If we go talk boxing, right? Why are we talking about a guy who's irrelevant at this point, who doesn't have a fight, who doesn't have a date?
Right.
So why are we even talking about this dude? We should be talking about the undisputed heavyweight championship that's coming up. But like you said, these people want to hang on to Wilder did this. Wilder should have got that.
No. I got something else for you. There is no heavyweight fighting, undisputed heavyweight champion coming up right now. Tyson Fury is getting ready to fight Wilder now.
Oh, there's not. So that's why. So tell me this: if you watch the Berlanga fight Saturday, that's why ESPN is putting on the bottom the site fees have already been paid. That's why they're doing that. ESPN put out false information now.
Wait, hey, go ahead, Bo. What you got to say?
As a matter of fact, you got somebody in your comment section talking about a Wilder Fury trilogy right now.
I didn't even see that.
Talk about G26 Wilder and Fury trilogy.
Yeah. Let me sit on the I didn't Medicine Block. Let's say I didn't even see it, bro. I missed it. I don't know how I missed it. Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. Like,
so now ESPN is putting out false information too, right?
ESPN is lying. All the major news media outlets is lying. The only ones telling the truth about what's going on with Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, and Deontay Wilder is the Alphabet Boy channels. They're the only ones telling the truth. You know, everybody else is lying but them. Like I can't make this up. Like literally, like I can't make this up. Someone sent me a video on this. This how I get a lot of my topics. To be honest with you, someone sent me a DM on my Instagram page and say, "Coach, watch this video. Tell me what do you think." I look at the video and there's you know, Wilder is getting ready to fight. He's back. Wilder is, a matter of fact, my video I'm dropping tomorrow is going to be talking about that. Wilder is back, and he said he wants he's coming back for his revenge for Tyson Fury for the trilogy match. Wilder didn't say that, but Wilder signed a video with Malik Scott, a guy who he knocked out. Well, really, Malik Scott laid there because I just watched the fight 2 days ago. He really just look like he took a dive to me. My opinion, but that's neither here nor there. But now he's with Malik Scott.
Yeah. He did the Bruce Seldon.
Yeah.
That's what happened. That's what happened. Yeah, keep it real, Coach. That's what happened. He laid down.
Hey, he laid down. So he not Deontay Wilder's back. You know what I mean? And then this what was added to it. And he said that he's coming back for his revenge. So this is how we know that Tyson Fury is going to have to fight Wilder next because Wilder's back in training camp. Bro, I can't make this up. Hey, Sheldon, I swear I'm not making this up. I swear I'm not making this up. I did not wake up this morning with the intentions just to make some stuff up, a false narrative. I can show you proof. Because the video
it's just sad. It's just sad, Coach. It's just sad because I like Deontay Wilder. I think Deontay Wilder is good for boxing. Deontay Wilder is entertaining. Deontay Wilder his fights are exciting, but I just can't get with how you just go shit on everybody else and Wilder is just. I remember one time I heard Blue Blood say out of his own mouth, but this is when I stopped watching Blue Blood. I stopped watching when he said Deontay Wilder is our version of Muhammad Ali, and I was done right there.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Hey,
Yeah, that's was funny.
hey, I saw the video. I think I saw the video on that. Because it was like, hey, that's what he went to talking about. Yo, Wilder has broke Muhammad Ali records. He's defended the title 10 times. He had it for 5 years, and this and that, yada, 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 yada. And I went off on that video. As a matter of fact, that video one of my biggest, and I don't do it for views, but I got a whole bunch of views on that video. Bro, I went off. I was so offended. You better not never put Deontay Wilder and Muhammad Ali name on the same sentence. He said this. Now, listen, I got a whole video on it.
That was crazy to me. That loses all. You lose all credibility with me when you say ridiculous statements like that. I mean, I even thought Floyd was ridiculous when he said he was better than Ali. But I can see why Floyd said that, because every fighter supposed to think they're the best. But I still thought Floyd was way off base.
Yeah, Floyd was definitely way off base.
Way off base. Yeah, but I understand why he said it.
I mean, out of both of them, I mean, Floyd has a more legitimate, opinion to think that way compared to Wilder. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, facts.
Right, yeah, you're right. Hey, Bo, you're right about that. But this is the thing too, though. This is another thing too. Now, Wilder. So what this dude named Vision? What do you say, Vision? Wilder stops Ali in 3.
Now here's the thing,
yo, that got to be some sarcasm right there.
Hey man.
There's no way in hell he could really believe that one.
Hey Vision, I think you joking, man. I know you joking, man.
Hey coach. Hey Bo, check this out. Check this out, y'all. Wilder doesn't even beat Muhammad Ali, let alone Cassius Clay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, if he fought Cassius Clay, he'd get smoked easy.
Oh man, I can't believe it. Shout out to my main man Philly Fly. Thanks for the super chat, fam. What you say? Kurt let Beta Bet blue balls make him look amateur on his own channel. Yes, he did.
Yeah, you know YB cooked Kirk too, man.
Oh, he did.
He made a video. He titled him counter cup boxing, because he said he done let blue balls fucking take over on this shit with lies.
Yeah. I saw the videos that Kurt put up. You know what I mean? And okay, I'm gonna try to be because I know what's going to happen. Someone who doesn't like me is going to say, Kurt, did you see Malachi's video? He's talking bad about you on the channel. I know what they're gonna do. I already know what they're gonna do. I already get it. I don't care. I'm not talking bad about Kurt at all. One thing about me, I can stand on my own 2 feet. I can stand on anything I say with anybody. All I'm saying is, Blue was able to get his point across more convincingly, no matter of how much of a lie it was on Kurt's channel, and Kurt didn't even challenge him on. He didn't really say nothing.
Now, here's another thing, right? What Blue said. I don't know how true it is, but it just sounds kind of way off. So he said Sugar Ray Robinson started the whole the A side, B side thing when I guess Kurt was talking about how Wilder was, trying to get the 50-50 split with AJ, whatever. Yeah. And then they start talking about A side, B side. And Kurt was like, well, Floyd Mayweather, had it. And then Blue was like, nah, that was Sugar Ray Robinson who started the whole thing.
That's a damn lie.
I'm sitting up here.
That's a damn lie. Sugar Ray Robinson, my favorite fighter. Sugar Ray Robinson, my favorite fighter of all time. You know what I mean? I got an all-time list. Sugar Ray Robinson is my favorite. That was Muhammad Ali's favorite fighter, Sugar Ray Robinson. And so I'm like, listen, Sugar Ray Robinson, I saw a lot of old Ray Robinson videos. Like my grandfather from Harlem, who's the Nation of Islam, he used to love Ray Robinson. And I saw probably maybe 20 of Ray Robinson fights. That was a bad dude, man. Like that. Listen. So he say Sugar Ray Robinson is the one who started that. Okay, cool. Where you got that source from? Where you got it from? Show me what Sugar Ray Robinson started A-side. See, this is where I come in at. This is where I come in at. Because when you say something like that, Sugar Ray Robinson is the one who started that. Oh, yeah? What proof you have of that, sir? Show me what that's. Show me some documentation, some old periodicals or anything where Sugar Ray Robinson started an A side, B side. Like, how does you say something like that and don't get challenged? And you just run, oh yeah, well, and just
what Sugar Ray Robinson did was he would go in and tell these people what he wanted to fight. And if they didn't have all the money he said he wanted to get for that fight, he'd tell them, if you don't get my money, I'm not fighting tonight. Right. That's what he did. He didn't say nothing about no A side, B side.
No A side.
He said, this is what I want. This is what I want.
If you let Blue Balls tell it, man, Blue Balls said Ray Robinson was calling all the shots, talking about I'm the A side.
Yeah, man, come on, man. Hey, listen, hey, Bo, this is another thing. You got to look at the time Ray Robinson was boxing. The time when Ray Robinson was boxing, wasn't no black fighters calling no shots like that.
And that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. I was like, where the hell Blue get all this information from?
Listen.
Because in that time, the mob was running boxing.
Yeah.
The mob was running boxing. It's just Ray was too famous to kill, so they had to pay Ray what he was worth. That's all it was. He was too famous to kill.
Listen, Ray moving up and down divisions, winning titles. The man went, listen, hey, hold on, Sheldon. This is what I want to ask you. Because I was gonna look this up. It's his boxing channel that I follow, and I want you guys to subscribe to him, man. Boxing something documentaries. This guy has a wealth of old fights.
Blood boxing, yeah, that's blood boxing. Yeah,
it's blood boxing. Oh, bro, he got a wealth of old fights. Listen,
yeah, that's a sharp dude right there. Yeah, what's the question, Coach?
No, the question is this here. Listen, man, you can literally look and see Ray Robinson. How many years did he fight before he lost? No, I'm not saying it. I'm saying because Ray Robinson he went 40 years.
He went 40-0.
Right.
When he turned professional. Now, mind you, after going undefeated as an amateur. Right. Remember that.
Yeah, he
undefeated.
Right.
He went 40-0.
Right.
He lost to the Raging Bull.
Yeah, you're right.
Lost to Jake LaMotta.
Yeah.
After that loss, Ray Robinson went 89-0. After that loss. Before he lost again.
Listen. And this is what people don't understand. Like, these modern day man, Floyd went 50-0. Bruh, Julio Cesar Chavez won 86 fights. I think it was 89-0 or 86-0 before he lost his first fight. Just suppose if he would have retired, just suppose he would have won his 86 fight and said, I'm retired, I'm done. He undefeated, he 86-0.
Exactly.
As a matter of fact, I think on his 87th fight, I think that's when he fought
Oscar. He fought Oscar.
No, it was Pernell Whitaker.
No, Pernell Whitaker. I think it was like
it was a draw. It was a draw.
Well, my thing is a lot of those fighters that Chavez fought too. I mean, especially at the beginning, I mean, they weren't really worthy of opponents and stuff like that.
But Bo, he fought him and he beat him. 89-0. Yeah, 89-0. I mean, I respected. I had to respect Wilder's 40-0. You have to respect it. He fought him and he beat him.
But see, that's why I look at
89-0. That's crazy. Man. That's crazy.
But that's how I look at Wilder too, right? He went through the first 40 fights and whatnot, and knocked a lot of the majority of them out, right? And the fact of the matter is, like, who's going to really respect the caliber of opponents that he has fought,
Right. I understand that what you're saying. So Gene Doe says, so Ali's wife may have an opinion. Yeah, Ali has several wives. You know what I mean? His ex-wife who met with Deontay Wilder, yeah, she said all that. But if you talk to his other wives, you talk to Ali's other kids, they'll say something totally different from what she said. You know what I mean? So my point is this here. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I did not like Chavez at all. Because Pernell Whitaker was my guy. But I was a fanboy of Pernell Whitaker. I'm telling you, bro, I understand what it's like to be a fanboy. I was a fanboy of Pernell Whitaker. And man, I hated Chavez. Hated him. Couldn't stand this. I'm telling you, bro. Like, I was a fanboy of Mike Tyson. I was a fanboy of Marvin Hagler. I was a fanboy of Pernell Whitaker. And I think the last dude I was a fanboy of boxer was Roy Jones Jr. So I know what it's like to be a fanboy. Fanboy meaning your fighter cannot do no wrong. He can't do no wrong. If another fighter does something, you'll talk bad about him. But if your fighter do the same thing, the same thing that the guy that you're talking bad about, you'll sweep it under the rug and make 1,000 excuses for him. I was just like the LDBC before the LDBC was even thought of coming into existence. I was them. So I know how it is years ago.
Now I know when I was a kid, like growing up, I like Pernell. Like one of my favorite fighters when I was a kid, I ain't gonna lie, I was a big time De La Hoya fan, man.
No, De La Hoya was a bad boy. De La Hoya fought everybody.
Yeah. Yep.
And listen, not only did he fight everybody, Bold, he fought everybody in their prime. Except for Chavez. Chavez wasn't really in his prime, but it don't matter. He fought.
Yeah, I had a phone call, Coach. I had to take it.
Yeah, sorry about this. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, man. So so all this, Sugar Ray Robinson was the one that started the A side, B side. I said, man, that was a damn lie. How you let him get away with that? Listen, you ain't gonna tell. Listen, if you tell me something that I'm not familiar with, my first question is, where do you get that information from, sir? What is your primary source? Where did you get that from? Can you show me something that I can go to where I can see that, where I can see what you're saying, so we can be on the same page? That would have killed all of that.
Well, see, Coach, you got to remember this too. Kurt is like, I think 40, 41 years old.
Right.
He's close to us, but he's not from our era. And everybody is not cut from the cloth we come from. Everybody's not confrontational, Coach.
Right.
See, I'm very confrontational.
It ain't even confrontational.
I'm confrontational.
But
I'm confrontational when you're telling me a lie. When you're telling me some bullshit that I think is bullshit, I'm very confrontational.
But listen, it's not even confrontational. We are having a debate. The title of the video is me versus you. If it's me versus you, that means we are in competition about something. Whether it's a boxing match, whether it's a debate, or whatever the case may be. When you debate with me, you're going to come with something, facts or whatever you think that you have to support your claim. And if I am counterpunch boxing, it's my job to counterpunch what you are saying. If I'm just getting hit in the mouth and I'm not countering it, and I'm just taking what you say to be
as gospel, when
it's a lie, then that's counterproductive to what you say you're all about on your channel. That's all I'm saying.
And you're right, and you're absolutely right. And I don't understand what the problem is. Maybe Bo can help me out. I don't understand what the problem is nowadays, where people can't agree to disagree.
Right.
I don't have to believe everything that you say, Coach, because a lot of things you say I don't agree with. Some things you do.
Right.
But what is the problem with that, Bo? Why is it like that?
I mean, I don't know, man. I guess like some people, they just don't want to step on each other's toes. I guess how they, that's how they feel.
Right. Yeah, I understand. And again, this is not.
But why would you debate then? Why would you even debate if you don't want to step on? I mean, that'll make no sense to me.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I think Kurt, the first time him and Blue got together, they were debating, but then all of a sudden, I guess he just relaxed and just let Blue take over and whatnot.
Right. Well, this is what Terry Norris said. Terry Norris said, you remind me of Terry Norris, one of my other favorite fighters. He should have never posted a video, Coach. No, he never should have put no videos out there. Never. He never should have put that video out there.
Well, that video was going to get posted anyway, because that wasn't even on Kurt's channel, I don't think. I think that was Lady Shan's.
Yeah, that was on Lady Shan's in England. That was Lady Shan's channel.
Oh, okay. All right, well, either way it go, Blue got off. Blue got off real decent. Blue, if that was a debate, Blue won the debate. And you know how I feel about the Alphabet Boy challenge. But I'm not going to take anything from Blue. He won that debate, hands down. Now, he didn't win it because he came with facts. He won it because he presented his case a whole lot more convincingly, and the guy who he was debating really didn't put up no resistance. So he Blue won. He wouldn't have won that with me.
Facts. Say that again, Coach. Facts. That's what happened.
Yeah, he didn't put on no resistance. Oh yeah, Sugar Ray Robinson was the first one to come to the A side, B side. Oh yeah, I didn't know that. So you just took that and let him have that. Deontay Wilder sent Anthony Joshua saying we got $50 million contract. You know what I mean? And Anthony Joshua was making all kinds of excuses. No, sir, you got to put it in its proper context. Wilder did say he had $50 million for AJ, signed the contract. Eddie Hearn said, where is the contract? What is the terms of the contract? Eddie Hearn said that, listen, Wilder is a fighter. He ain't got no $50 million. Who is backing Wilder? Eddie Hearn had to confirm if this money was there that Wilder say he had. Because when have you ever heard a fighter say, I got 50? You ain't never heard Muhammad Ali say, George Foreman, I got $5 million to pay you so you can fight me. Never. Don King did that. Don King went to Africa, got with Mobutu in Zaire, and got him to put the money up. So you never heard a fighter say, I got 50 million, I'm going to sign this contract. Go ahead.
Let me ask another question, Coach. Okay, Wilder got the 50 million, right? That's the $50 million he offering AJ, right?
Right. That hasn't been confirmed. That hasn't been confirmed.
So if you giving AJ $50 million, right?
Right.
How you gonna pay yourself? Who gonna pay for the site?
Man, listen,
who gonna pay for the promotion of the fight?
I remember this like it was.
All that's supposed to come out of the 50 million?
I remember this like it was yesterday. This was the easiest things Kurt could have did to destroy Blue. That was so easy. That was so basic. Like I would have had a field day with that. I would have had a field day with that. Like literally, I would have had a field day with that, bro. This is right up my alley. You see what I'm saying? Because shout out to my main man Toon. Here you go. Toon say, I think Kurt just don't care. Didn't matter what he said. He knew it was a losing. He knew it was a losing in the moment of the goalpost. And I guess you mean the movement of the goalpost. I still respect them both. Yeah. I respect Kurt. Listen, watch what I tell you guys. When this video come out, it's being streamed live right now. When this video come out, you're gonna hear. I'm finna call it. I'm finna call it before it come out. Coach Malachi is banging on Kurt. Watch what I tell you. Watch that be the rumor. Watch what I tell you. And I'm not banging on it.
Oh, I don't doubt it. That's probably what's gonna happen. They're gonna spin it some kind of way. I don't doubt it.
And I'm not banging on it.
You already got a couple of these LDBC fans in your chat right now.
Oh yeah, I'm not even looking. I haven't even looking at that chat really. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am looking at it, but I haven't seen anything. But yeah, man, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there. All I'm saying is this here: when you hear a lot of these boxing information rumors and innuendos coming out, I'm telling you, man, when you hear a lot of this stuff coming out, you got to question the source from which it's where it's coming from. The reason why I don't drop 5-6 videos a day. It's because I need time to vet all this information that's out there. Like, how do I know this true? I got to be a little bit more responsible. I can't go live or shoot a video saying that this guy said this and this is what's going on as though it's fact. And if I don't have any proof of it, that it would be irresponsible of me to do that. Then y'all will be looking at me like I'm crazy. Y'all be like, man, he's just like the rest of the channels. He's just saying any goddamn thing. Just for this. I'm not going to put a video out there just for the sake of putting out a video. And I get it. You know, the more videos you put out there on YouTube, you know what I mean? It's dealing with the algorithms and stuff like that. YouTube will recommend your videos when people looking in the search. I get that. I understand how that goes. I get all of that. But I'm not just going to be it's bold. You hit the nail right on the head, bro. You said the problem is this here. These guys want to be first instead of being right. And if you focus on being right instead of being first, then you'll be good to go. Because I'd rather be right, I'd rather be second and right than be first and wrong any day of the week. Because now I got to go back and try to retract every goddamn thing else I said. I try to clean it up somehow. And that's what it is. That's what it is. So, I mean, you know, and that's what I'm saying.
Hey, so, let me ask you this now. You in Florida, right?
Yes, sir. I'm in Miami. Yeah.
So you heard the big news out there in Kissimmee about the big fight over there.
Oh, yeah,
Did you watch it?
Yeah, listen. Yeah, absolutely.
Give me your honest thoughts on Berlanga, and then I'll give you mine. Because I saw some things. I want to know what you saw.
But I ain't gonna lie, man. Berlanga look good to me. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I like Berlanga. Now I'm not the one that's like super hyping him up, you know, but I'm not gonna sit here lie, man. That dude look like a monster to me, man. Like he hit hard, bro. He hit hard. Of course, I would love to see him fight. You know, Berlanga had what 17, 18 fights?
17.
Yeah, like 17, yeah.
17 fights. So I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm high on that dude, man. I'm high on Berlanga. To me, he look good to me. To me,
I think personally, like he definitely got the work that he finally needed in the ring, because you could tell him not going this distance, there was a little flaws or whatnot. I mean, overall he looked good, you know. But the thing is that sometimes he was winging punches, and the dude they didn't drop about 3 or 4 times in the fight was catching him.
Right.
He was catching him right in between the punches, and I think Berlanga kind of got lackadaisical a couple of times in that fight, but he definitely got the work that he needed. So now he can add that to his repertoire and you know, learn how to pace himself in other fights instead of just trying to get these damn knockouts right away. I mean, if you could get them, you can get them, but just, you know, just got to work on your craft and whatnot.
Yeah. You're right.
What I saw was Berlanga needs to work a little bit more on his cardio because he got tired in the fight. He needs to work on pacing himself because he shot his wad in the first 2 rounds trying to get that guy out of there.
Right.
Then when he couldn't get the guy out of there, he was gassed a little bit. So I think he coasted through 3, 4, and 5 to recharge. Then you saw in 6, he started picking the pace back up again. But by the time he got to the 8, he was already gassed. But the good thing is you can see that his power carried all the way through the fight. It carried to the 8th round.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He needs to work on his head movement. He needs to work on his defense. And he needs to work on his footwork. And his conditioning. But then after the fight, now you got people saying, well, he should fight Gabe Rosado next. He should fight Danny Jacobs next. No, he should not. Do not put that kid in with Gabe Rosado or Danny Jacobs right now. You put him in with maybe a Jesse Hart. You put him in with maybe a John Ryder. But don't put him in with Rosado or Danny Jacobs. They beat him easy.
Right. Danny Jacobs is not going to be there for him to load up on those punches like that. I agree.
Well, you got to think too. I mean, that was just an 8-round fight, so he ain't up to that level anyway.
Yeah. And Bo, you're right about that. But Mr. Moore, you're right about this too. Because if he fights more of the upper echelon fighters, when they take him into deep waters, how is he going to perform then? Because as you know, you're going to get in some fights where you ain't going to knock everybody out.
Facts.
It's gonna come a fight to where, you know what, the day ain't your early knockout day. You're gonna have to fight.
As a matter of fact,
you're gonna have to fight. Then we're gonna see what he made of. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna lie. I like him. I really do like him. But we all do know styles make fights, and sometimes the people who you look good against the first 17 fights, you might fight that 18th guy, that 19th guy, and he ain't having none of that. Look, I'm gonna box you. I have better footwork than you. Yeah, I'm gonna faint your ass to death. By the time you try to load up and throw that punch, I'm not gonna be there. And then when they get late into the rounds, especially if a guy has conditioning issues, like you said, Sheldon, he did look kind of tired. You see what I'm saying? But I don't know if it was because he looked at the guy as a bum. I'm just want to hurry up and get him out of there because people know that I'm known for knocking people out early. And I kind of thought that's what it was myself. That's what I thought it was. That's what I thought it was. But you're right there.
What I think too is that, the crowd coming back. So, he's like, well, sure, I want to go out, you know what I'm saying, in front of the fans. Now that the fans are back in the stands and whatnot.
Look, Peter Barnos, you hit it there right on the head. Too much head hunting, more footwork, more defense. Yeah, you're right. Too much head, and he should have worked the body a lot more. He should have worked the body a lot more, but you're right about that. You're right about that.
So here's another thing too. So I realized, I don't know if this is like within a month ago, the Alphabet Boys, I think specifically Dante Boxing Nation, put out a video of Berlanga getting knocked out in the amateurs. I was like, oh, they already hating on this dude? Like, I don't understand.
yeah. Hey, you're right about that. Oh,
That's crazy. That's crazy. And what that got to do with the professional ranks? That had nothing to do with the pro.
Yeah, ain't got no. Yeah, like the dudes be like, yeah, you know, Ugas beat Terence Crawford in the amateurs. Listen, there's a whole bunch of people beat Mike Tyson in the amateurs, but when they got in the pros, he put their ass to sleep. You see what I'm saying? There's a few fighters. Listen, his fighters have lost in the amateurs to a fighter, but then when they fought in the pros, it was a total different outcome. So I mean, I can't. In the amateurs, there's a different scoring system. It's easier to, the way they score and do things in the amateurs, and then they're not fighting a whole lot of damn rounds. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be quick. You got to get off. Shawn Porter had a hell of a amateur record when he boxed because his style of fighting was perfect for the amateurs for his style. But you get what I'm saying though. You get what I'm saying. It's like you beat a guy in the amateurs. Okay, what the hell I mean?
Now let me ask you this, Coach. Did you see that war that was on afterwards? Man, that was a war. That was Navarrete and Diaz. Oh my God, that was a fight.
Well, Navarrete, I like him. I think he need to work on some skills, right? But the dude is a volume puncher, man, and the dude hit hard too, man. To be a volume puncher at that.
Oh my God, man! And he does everything wrong, Bo. He does everything wrong, but the shit works.
That's how. Because I saw him in quite a few fights and whatnot. And I'm like, damn, this dude be like tripping over his own feet sometimes or whatnot. Like somebody hit him, he'll bounce off the ropes, and then he just come back and fire like 5 shots on the person.
Yeah. Hey, Sonya Dumas, I see you, sis. What you say? You said, I remember when all of that was going on with the $50 million. Counterpunch was up on all of that. He was going back. He was doing back-to-back videos on it, so he knew he just let Blue get away with it. Yeah, but yeah, pretty much. You know what I mean? So what you say? Tyson fans forget Tyson looked to quit by biting people. Hey, okay, listen. We ain't finna talk bad about Iron Mike. I was a fanboy of Mike. Now I ain't gonna let you do that. Yeah, Mike big people and stuff like that. But I ain't gonna let you get away with talking about Iron Mike, man. I can't do that. I'm still a fanboy of Tyson now. Paul CS, I'm just messing with you, Paul.
Hey, you can't have no Tyson hate. We all know that Mike was a few sandwiches short of a picnic. Come on now.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean? Oh man, but hey, what you say, proud father? Hey, Bo, what do you think about this? He said, I don't think Diaz will never be the same. He took a lot of punishment. What you think about that, Bo?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it could be true, man, because I saw Navarrete fight that dude, Dalbay. It was the same thing. He overwhelmed him. Exactly.
Yeah.
And Dalbay, I don't even think he fought ever since, to be honest with you, because Navarrete, he puts a lot of pressure on you, but he does get hit a lot. And he doesn't have the footwork, but like Shelton Moore said, it works.
Now let me ask y'all a question, both of y'all. Navarrete, Gary Russell Jr.
Woo! Hey man, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Navarrete, man. I don't know, man. I like Gary Russell, but he's not active, though, man. He's not active. So you know what I mean? Navarrete, man. I'm gonna go with Navarrete, man.
Bo?
I mean, I'm the same way, man. I think Navarrete will beat him just because Gary Russell's inactivity.
Yeah.
I mean, like, skills wise, I mean, Russell dog him out all day, but it's just his inactivity, man.
His inactivity, yeah.
That's why I think Navarrete would get him.
Yeah, because what I saw from Diaz, though, Diaz got so much heart, bro. That dude got heart. Because he stayed in there. When you thought he was done, he would come right back.
Done, yeah. Especially with the last round. It was like, man, he was looking shaking. I'm like, man, he kept, you know what I mean? He kept coming in. So, and then don't get me wrong, Gary Russell, in my opinion, has the better skills. But I'm only saying this is because he's been inactive. This is a prime example. Gary Russell is with the PBC, right? He's a PBC fighter. He can't get fights, and he's with the PBC. He's on the same side of the street as a lot of these other fighters, and he can't get no fights.
That's facts. And I agree with both of y'all because the only reason I can see Navarrete beating Russell because Navarrete been fighting and Russell hasn't.
Right.
That's why I see him beating.
He's been active. That's the only reason. He's been active.
Now let me ask you this. Let me hit you with another one. We got a big fight coming up on the 26th, I think it is. Oh, by the way, I'm going to the Tank Barrios fight. I got to go there to see that upset. I'm going to see that upset. That's in Atlanta. It's in Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that fight too. When that fight what? When is that fight?
The 26th. It's the 26th. 26th of June.
Okay, June. Yeah. Okay.
I already got my tickets. My plane and my room is already booked, but the tickets don't come out on sale till next month. They say they're not putting the tickets out till a month out. But I'm getting my tickets and I'm going to that fight. Now, there's another fight I want to talk about. I want to talk about Lomachenko, Nakatani. Who wins?
Woo! Hey man, I'm gonna say Nakatani, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say Nakatani. And listen, I know y'all think I'm crazy. I don't even have to think about it. I'm gonna say Nakatani beating Lomachenko. I'm gonna show you something. Nakatani showed me something his last fight when he got. I forgot the guy who he fought. He got knocked down like a couple of times.
Verdejo.
And he got up and finished. Listen, it was a tough fight for him. I saw the fight he had with what's my main man name?
Teofimo.
Listen, he gave Teofimo hell. He gave Teofimo hell. That dude Nakatani, man, is the truth. Listen, if anybody have not seen Nakatani fight, I'm telling you, this dude has heart. His last fight, he should listen. The fight that he had with Teofimo Lopez, and his last fight, because I saw the interview after the last fight. They had an interpreter and everything, and they asked him. He said, "Man, what was you thinking about?" Because he got knocked down a couple times in that fight. He said, "Man, I knew I had to win this fight because if I lost, I would not get another shot at fighting Teofimo. I could not afford to lose this fight." And listen. This is what I look at. Fighters, you got these fight fans. They say, "Oh, this guy got dropped. Crawford got dropped by Mean Machine, and this guy got dropped by such and such." My thing is this here: how did the fight finish? I don't knock a fighter for getting knocked down. It's the fight game. Fighter's going to get knocked down. Hell, Shawn Porter got knocked down by Ubas. They said it wasn't a knockdown, but he got knocked down. But my point is this here: this is the fight game. It ain't how you fall; it's how you get back up. Andy Ruiz is a perfect example. He got dropped by AJ. Left hook. Dropped him. Sat him on his behind. What did he do? He got up.
Stopped him. Got up and stopped him.
You see what I'm saying? So people sit back. Oh, man, he get hit. He got knocked down. What the hell that mean? That don't mean nothing. Listen, what was the end result of the fight? He stopped this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy since he been in the division. He don't stop 5 dudes straight. Stopped him. Oh, that guy knocked him down. But what happened to him 2 rounds later? What happened to that same guy? He got stopped. So come on, man. So what that dude Nakatani showed me when he got dropped a couple times in that fight, bruh, that dude, listen, let me tell you something. Lomachenko, I like Lomo. But man, I like Lomo. But let me tell you something, man. That dude Nakatani ain't nothing to play with, bro. I honestly, I think he's gonna lose that fight, bro. I'm just being honest with you. I think he's gonna lose that fight.
Bo.
To me personally, man, I think Lomo gonna school him, man. I like Nakatani and whatnot. I think he's a tough fighter. He's gonna be a tough fighter for Loma, but you can look at the technique wise. Even when that Vergil fight, Vergil was getting off on him. I think if Loma was to get off on Nakatani the way Vergil did, Loma's gonna finish that fight, man. And I used to have a side eye on Loma, but he showed me something. Even though he got his ass whipped by Teofimo, he did show me something in those later rounds when he was tagging Teofimo ass up, and it looked almost like one point in time like he was about to get Teofimo out of there. And then the 12th round, Teofimo came out and dog.
Yeah.
But Loma
dog walked his ass. Now
I think Loma gonna get him though.
I think Nakatani is gonna stop Loma. You heard it here first on New Media Today USA. Nakatani is gonna stop Lomachenko.
Yeah, but hey, that's a hell of a man. What the hell? I'm trying to. That's a hell of a hey, you say.
That's
Hey,
a hell of a statement. That's a hell of a statement right there.
I don't think. I don't know, man. I don't know, cause Lomo got. I think Lomo will stay out of harm's way. I think he'll stay out of harm's way. What do you don't think so, Shelton?
He too long. Nakatani is long. Nakatani hit hard, and Nakatani ain't gonna let him run away. He gonna cut the ring off. Lomachenko, to me, I keep saying it. I keep saying it. A lot of people have heard me say it. I think Lomachenko is overrated. I think them 400 amateur fights took something out of Loma. Loma is not the same guy he was 3 years ago, and he's too small for 135, in my opinion. These guys at 135 are too big for him, and this guy right here is gonna stop his ass.
Shout out to my main man, Ralph Star Boxing. Ralph Star, I'm trying to send you the link to come on in, man. What the hell? My damn pad. This goddamn mouse is pissing me off, man. I have a mouse. This shit ain't worth shit. Let me see. Got a doggone mouse right here, man. It ain't.
I just know one thing: when T.O. fought Nakatani, right, and Nakatani gave T.O. Fimo a tough fight. I noticed the Alphabet Boys basically try to say Nakatani was basically a nobody. You know what I'm saying? He was a scrub. But then, you know, after Nakatani, you know, beat up on Verdejo, they ain't saying that so much anymore.
Yeah, Nakatani ain't no damn scrub, bro. Nakatani ain't no scrub. Listen, you know what get me? How in the hell is he able to make that weight? Because he's like,
that's crazy.
He's like, what,
that's
6'1",
crazy.
6'2", something like that? How tall he is? How tall is Nakatani?
Man,
he's like 6 foot,
6'1", something like that.
6'1", something like that, yeah. How is he making that weight?
I'll tell you what, Coach. I was just looking at some joint this weekend, some up and coming boxing, and you got a dude that's like 6'7", fighting it around that same weight class and whatnot.
135?
Yeah, dude that's like 6'7". I think he's fighting at like 135 or something like that. I don't even know his name. He fight for the PPC.
Shout out to my main man, Pound for Pound Boxing. Pound for Pound, what's going on, fam? Yeah, man, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Shelton Moore, Vision said he ain't stopping Loma.
Loma's a hype job, Vision. Don't believe in Loma. Loma don't pack no power. Loma beats you with an accumulation of punches. Loma getting stopped, Vision. As a matter of fact, you can drop your cash app if you want to, and we can put some money on it.
Listen, Loma ain't gonna stop on Nakatani. Listen, this is what I say. You know how Loma be doing all of that, like bullfighting stuff in the ring, where he act like he got the towel like this here, like he's a bull, like he's a matador ring.
Matador, yeah.
But I noticed when he fought Teofimo, he didn't do none of that.
Nah, he didn't. Like Teofimo shut him down like the first 7 rounds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So I went back. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
But the thing was, Teofimo, he gassed out in like the 8th round, and that's when Loma started getting off on him.
Yeah, and Loma waited too late. Loma could have beat him. He just waited too late.
Yeah, he waited too late. But then the 12th round, T.O. came out and just started putting it on him again.
Yeah. T.O. As a matter of fact, T.O. It looked like T.O. hurt Loma in the 12th round. It looked like he almost stopped him.
Yeah, he hurt him, but then Loma started headbutting his ass.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all here go another bold statement. Since y'all say that's a bold statement, here go another one. The fight I'm going to, June 26th in Atlanta. Tank get beat. I don't know if he get stopped, but he get beat.
Rap Star, what's going on, fam?
Hey, man, I'm doing really well, man. Thanks for having me on the panel, bro.
Yes, sir, brother. Hey, man, when you going live again, man? You got to invite me to the show.
I'll probably be going live tomorrow. Shelton was with me last night.
Oh,
Big
okay.
Rap. What's up, baby?
Hey, yesterday, man, was real. I'm in the process of moving, so that's why it would have been hard for me to do it yesterday.
No, we actually spoke about a lot of educational stuff yesterday, and Shelton was teaching me about the culture in America, how there's so much dividance, how much there's so much divide and conquer between America. So many people, they can claim to be American, but they actually still are far away from each other. You know what I mean? It's like, how can I say it? The American culture, I see a lot of not just racism, but a lot of dividends. And we were talking about that.
Yeah, that's what we talked about last night, Coach.
Well, the thing is in America, and I can only speak from my personal experience on Rap Star. Remember, I was trained in Marxism. You know what I mean? Just like Patrice Cullors, or with on the BLM movement, not with the BLM organization, not the grassroots movement that started in Ferguson, Missouri. But I'm saying with the I used to be a Marxist. You see what I'm saying? In the Black Panthers, and then I'm in the Nation of Islam as well. You see what I'm saying? So for like 23 and a half years. So the race is real thick here. We have Drew Titan in the building. If this is real Drew Titan, go ahead and speak a piece.
That was somebody?
Yeah, I know it's dude say Drew Titan. It could have been a troll, because a lot of these trolls, what they do is on Rap Star. You know how they do it. They're like someone to create a profile,
man,
and
you don't know what happened the other day. You got to be very careful. I think Shelton knows. Somebody came and I let him in, and they showing their private parts. YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. They shut you down for that, Coach. They shut you down for that.
My channel down, bro.
Okay.
So
sometimes
you need to.
If you don't know who it is, Coach, make them show their face.
Yeah.
Make them show their face. If they don't show their face, don't let them in.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, Rap Star, Mr. Shelton Moore, thank you so much for putting me up on that. Thank you for so much. If it ain't nobody I know that's credible, they can't get on.
No, what they're gonna do, the people are gonna come and they're gonna set you up, because if you show private parts on your channel gets taken down.
Okay.
Yeah, so that happens quite a lot. So I'm glad you know about it now.
All right, so listen, so it's a troll here. I need to try to find a way to block this guy. He's not in the
ask the man to show his face if near the back.
Yeah.
Hey, Rap.
Yeah.
I just made two bold statements, Rap. I told him that Loma getting stopped. I told him that Loma's getting stopped in his fight with Nakatani. And I told him that Tank is getting beat on the same night. Give me your thoughts.
Well, to be really honest, right, I'm going to keep it real with you, Shelton. Loma was never the best at 135. He was never at his best of the best at 135, right? We got to agree on that. Like, when Loma moved up to lightweight, he was running out of opponents. The man wanted to make money, and the money's at the lightweight division, right?
Right.
So with Lomachenko, you got to remember how good he is. He's actually a 126 pounder. And look.
Oh, what about 130? You think he's probably? What about at least a 130 pounder? He should. I think he should have just stayed there. To be honest with you, at least there,
At 130, he's a very dominant fighter. He's one of the best at 130 we've got. But what I'm saying is, you got to remember, right? He's not that big of a frame. He doesn't have that big of a reach. But one thing I'll tell you, he's got better feet, better ring IQ, and better boxer than Nakatani.
Yeah. In fact, you're right about that. Facts. Hands down. I totally agree with that.
So how much money? Look, Shelton's my older brother. How much money are you wanting to put on that, Shelton? Because I'm going to back Lomachenko.
Okay, well, we can go 100, Rap, because since it's me and you.
Yeah, we're going 100. I'm telling you now, Shelton, I think Lomachenko, he would not have took that fight at 32 years old unless he feels like he can beat that guy. And remember one thing, if Felix Vergil was putting him in trouble, we know Lomachenko's definitely going to get him in trouble.
Hey, Rap Star, let me ask you one question, though. What happened to Felix Vergil?
He lost before he fought Nakatani too.
What happened to him in the Nakatani fight is what I'm asking you.
Well, he overcame, right? I mean, Felix Vergil was winning.
He got stopped, right?
Got stopped. Yeah, but he was winning.
He was winning. Yeah.
Loma's getting stopped too, bro.
He was looking. No, listen. Listen. All jokes aside, the dude was getting off on Nakatani, but it seemed like as the fight went on, I'm gonna be honest with you. Nakatani wanted that fight. He the hungriest dog won that fight. He wanted to win because he was down, but he kept pressing. And he eventually got him out of there, and that's what it was. But
did you know, Coach, that he fought that fight? He got his eye socket cracked in that fight,
Yeah. He had surgery after that, right?
and he still stopped the dude.
Right.
Loma is not a big puncher. Where y'all getting all this knockout Loma shit from? Loma is not a big puncher.
No, we ain't saying that.
Nah, nobody saying he's a big puncher. He got better boxing skills. He got outboxed that dude.
And that power is gonna overcome that. I'm telling you, Loma is getting stopped.
I don't know about that, Sheldon. I don't know.
See, my thing like this. Here's a prime example. You know, I'm not going to try to compare Loma to this person, but I'm just going to use this as an example. Chavez was known for stopping folks, right?
Right.
But when he fought Pernell Whitaker, who's not known for stopping folks, Pernell Whitaker not only schooled Chavez, he actually hurt Chavez in the damn fight.
Yeah, he did.
Facts. That's facts.
Yeah.
That's facts.
And got robbed with a draw.
That's facts too.
He got robbed with a draw.
Okay, so we off of that. What you think about my second prediction? That Tank getting beat.
Well,
I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that either, man. Because I don't know, man. Because if Tank catch him, Sheldon, you know it's good night, Irene, man. You know, I don't know. To me, that fight a toss up to me. It's not much of a.
Well, I'm just gonna tell you this, Shelton. Go watch Mario Barrios' last fight. The last guy he fought was small like Tank. He was 5'6", and it was a 7-0 career. The guy had 7 fights. The guy was pushing Mario Barrios forward. He was pushing Mario Barrios back until Mario Barrios hurt him to the body and knocked him down. He was virtually losing some of those rounds. So if that guy who's small like Tank gave Mario Barrios trouble before, what makes you say Tank Davis ain't gonna give him trouble?
Because that guy, number one, is not Tank Davis. Number two, you don't think Mario Barrios, a regular 140-pound champion, is feeling a tad bit disrespected that Mayweather thinks he could bring this 30-pounder up to my division when I'm 25 years old. I'm 25-0, and this guy just gonna walk through me.
Yeah.
I've been in the ring, and I'm telling you how a fighter thinks. I'm telling you how I'll be thinking. Oh, this what you think? You think you finna bring this little dude up here to fuck with me? Well, I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna whoop his motherfucking ass and send him right back to you. That's what I'm gonna do.
That's gonna be a good fight.
Is that what happened when Oscar Valdez moved up in weight and beat the fuck out of Berchelt?
Berchelt was weight drained. Berchelt should have been fighting at 30 anyway. Berchelt damn near passed out after the weigh-in. So come on.
Well, I will say this though. Tank, even though he got a knockout over Santa Cruz is giving him problems, man.
And Santa Cruz is originally an 18-pounder.
Santa Cruz just to me he was. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not trying to sound disrespectful, and I don't want nobody to feel that way, so I'm apologizing in advance. Tank Davis fight a lot of slow, flat-footed Mexican fighters, tailor-made for him. I'm just being honest with you. Now, this is not taken away from Tank. I like Tank. I like Tank a lot. So I've never seen him get in the ring with more of an athletic fighter, a fighter who has real good footwork and stuff like that. Now, this is not to say that Tank is not going to win. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that, he fights pretty much the same caliber fighters. The matchmaking has been perfect. I'll just say that. I'll say that. What do you think about that, Rapstar?
No, I mean, look, to be fair, right, you're making a very good point. Tank Davis, he's one of the biggest stars in the division at 130 and 135. But the way the Mayweather team has moved him, wow. I mean, can you imagine? This guy is such a big name, bigger than Devin Haney, bigger than most of these guys, even bigger than Teofimo Lopez. Yeah. But the guy has been fighting carefully. You look at the opponents that Tank Davis has been fighting, bro. They're
little guys.
The way that they're
beating up on little guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and listen, Shelton, I'm going to tell you the truth. This is the hardest opponent he's coming across because everybody else is like manufactured, made for Tank. Tank has never been in a 50-50 fight, bro. Never.
On I will say this, Rap Star, on paper, he hasn't been in a 50-50 fight, but he did fight the one Puerto Rican dude that he,
Pedraza?
Yeah, Pedraza. Pedraza
Yeah.
was getting to Tank because Tank was gassing out in that fight. And
Yeah,
then,
but do you remember, bro, that Pedraza got weight drained? They asked him to come to the 130. Remember?
Oh, okay.
He was
Right, yeah,
weight drained like a motherfucker, Pedraza was. But look, one thing we got to remember about Tank, right? We don't know how good he is until he steps up. We don't. We don't know if he can weather the storm in the late rounds. We don't know if Tank can gas out in about round 9 or 10 because he has to be taken into deep waters. Last time I checked, I've never even seen Tank ever in. Have you ever seen Tank in a wobbler? Like, did you ever seen Tank get hurt? Have you ever seen Tank take a knee?
Nope.
No.
You've never seen Tank in a position like that.
No, I never seen that.
Let me speak to Adam, Coach. Adam, just because Mayweather thinks Tank gonna wash this guy doesn't make it so, bro.
That's fact.
Mayweather is capable of making a mistake, and I'm telling you, I think this time he picked the wrong dude.
I don't think so.
Who is his trainer? Who is
Vergil Hunter. Vergil Hunter.
Oh, Vergil.
Vergil Hunter.
Vergil over there. Okay, so that's Andre
Vergil
trainer.
Who's trainer?
Vergil Hunter is Barrio's trainer.
Oh no, I'm talking about Coach Calvin for Tank Davis.
Yeah, no, I was talking. Yeah, I know who Tank coach is. Shout out to my man Toon for the super chat. What do you say? Santa Cruz was bigger than Tank, dog. Just way more. Come on now. Now let's look at his opponents, Haney and Ryan Garcia fighting. Santa Cruz was he wasn't big in the Tank.
No, Santa Cruz is
Santa Cruz actually came up in weight.
Yeah, he came up to fight. Yeah, he wasn't.
He came up to fight him, and Javante went down to fight him. Like they just met at 130.
They met at the catch weight. Yeah. And I think
Tank Davis's lightweight fight at lightweight is with Eucris Gamboa.
Right.
Tank Davis's lightweight fight, fame to lightweight, is against Gamboa.
Right. And that fight went 11 rounds. 10, 11 rounds.
12 rounds.
And that dude.
And if Gamboa didn't tear his Achilles, he probably would have beat Tank.
I don't know if he would have beat him. I don't know about that.
Shelton, stop it. You know.
I don't know about that.
Hey,
come on, man. You got a one-legged. You supposed to be this monster. You supposed to be this unstoppable monster. And hold on. You supposed to be this unstoppable monster, and you got a one-legged dude in there, and you can't get him out of there. Come on, man.
What does that say?
Give me something better than that bullshit. Give me something better than that bullshit, Rap Star.
Yeah, but Shelton, let me ask you this: that Tank Davis at least gave an exciting fight and knocked him down 3 times and knocked him out. Right now, I get it. He could have knocked him out earlier. I get it, right? But look at this. What did Devin Haney do with the same opponent? After fucking 2 months, the man comes back after fucking for a retirement check, and the man goes all 12 rounds with Devin Haney.
And didn't win a round. And didn't win a single round. Didn't even come close to winning a single round.
Yeah, but
and Devin Haney don't have no power. We know that. Devin Haney ain't no puncher. I'm talking about the unstoppable monster that everybody says Tank got power. He gonna go up to 40 and knock this dude out. Well, show me, son, because I don't believe you.
Right.
I just want to see Tank. Honestly, I want to see Tank. I think he's had enough fights where he should be fighting the Lomachenko's. He should be fighting the Shakur Stevensons. Well, Shakur is smaller than him, but Shakur is big. I'm looking at how big Shakur is now. He can easily move up, at least a lightweight.
Yeah, Shakur got a big frame. He's gonna move up eventually.
Yeah, eventually. It could be.
Hey, let me ask all 3 of y'all a question. Tank is a money fighter, right? He's a big money guy, right?
Yeah, yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Why you skip over 35, go to 40, and not fight those dudes that's down there waiting for him?
Because at WBA, let me explain to you why. The relationship that the Mayweathers have with the WBA, Tank Davis has the WBA titles. If he goes to 135, Teofimo Lopez has that title. He has to go through Teofimo Lopez. He'd rather go to fight Mario Barrios for the WBA.
Why? If you're a bad man, you want all the belts, right? Because last time I checked, Teo got them all, right? But if you're a bad man, you want them all, don't you? Huh?
Hey,
You a bad
Sheldon.
man. You want them all, don't you?
Hey, Sheldon, you got to answer this. You see that? What Tune addressed that to you.
What do you
What
say?
do you say?
He say Shelton just talking nonsense because I'm finna take his money. Haney ain't even buzzed Gamboa.
I never said he did. And two, you better have my $50 too in this fight every time I ever come across. We already got a screenshot it, brother. You better have my money. But look, I never said that Haney buzzed Gamboa. I said Haney outboxed Gamboa for 12 rounds, and Gamboa never came close to winning one. That's what I said, brother.
Yeah, but let me ask you this then. Who put a dominant performance? Gamboa hardly won any rounds from Tank. Gamboa lost all the rounds with Tank.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
If
Tank
you think
left that
about it, the
motherfucker
only
looking like a
thing is,
raccoon.
the only
Tank left
thing
that
is,
fight looking like a raccoon. Stop it.
Shelton, I think the only reason that some people would prefer Devin Haney or Tank Davis actually knocked Gamboa out. Devin Haney couldn't knock him out, bro. Couldn't even hurt him.
Yeah, we know that. That's not the point. That wasn't the point I was making. I know he couldn't hurt him.
No.
But Devin Haney is not considered this punching. Tank got power. Tank's a monster. Tank this, tank that. Well, if you got so much power, why you didn't get this one-legged guy out of there?
Well, he got him out of there. He did get him out of there.
It takes you 11 rounds to get a one-legged guy who got hurt in the third round out of there?
Yeah, but it took Devin Haney 12 rounds and he still ain't get him out of there.
Nobody expected Devin Haney to knock that dude out. Who did?
What do you mean, Devin Haney? Wait. Devin Haney was telling everybody that he was going to knock him out.
Devin Haney expected to knock him out because he was the one
he was
around
going in for the knockout.
Devin Haney also said he wanted to fight Lomachenko. We found out that was bullshit too, right?
You're funny, man.
I'm telling the truth. Am I lying? Tell me I'm lying.
No, you're telling the truth.
Okay.
No, but let's be honest, right? Let's be honest, though. Shelton, a lot of boxing fans in today's world, they appreciate knockouts. They appreciate somebody getting knocked down and coming back and knocking out. Tank Davis, you can say what you want, but Tank Davis is one of the most exciting fighters in the lightweight division.
Yes, he is.
Even if he goes to 140, hey, coach, if Tank Davis goes to 140, do you know he's the biggest name at 140 after Josh Taylor and Ramirez? Tank Davis will be the biggest name there.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something, man.
Okay, go ahead, Coach.
I didn't mean to interrupt, but I had my phone, everything disconnected right quick. I got all this stuff hooked up on I'm actually shooting on my washing machine in the garage. Yeah, but Josh Taylor, man. woo, hey, man. Listen, you got some fights up there, man. Like, I don't know, man. What do you think? Do you see Tank staying at 140?
Hell no. Tank can't beat Regis. Tank can't beat Taylor. Tank can't beat Ramirez.
Never.
Hell no.
Yeah, man. That boy Josh Taylor, the truth, bro. Like, hey, you know what?
I see Josh Taylor moving up anyway. Him, Prograis, I can see him moving up. Sure, I can even see Ramirez moving up.
Yeah. All of them are gonna move up the welterweight. The welterweight division, man, is gonna be so thick because I think Errol and Crawford, they're gonna be phasing out soon. With probably in the next year or a couple of years, maybe.
But coach, forget about Josh Taylor and Ramirez. You got Zepeda. You got Zepeda at 140. You've got Regis Prograis at 140, bro.
Yeah. You're right.
I mean,
no, you're right.
The killers out there. At
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Wait a minute. Who the fuck says he gonna beat Barrios? Y'all just going past Barrios. Who the fuck said he gonna beat Barrios?
Yeah, but I think Barrios he's the weakest champion at 140.
Hold on. What my main man say to him? What do you say?
What do you say?
Hey, good looking out for the super chat to him. What do you say? Listen to the hypocrisy. Gamboa is food for the elite. Haney should have at least knocked him down one time, if not a knockout. Come on, Shelton. Tank beats Regis. Okay.
What?
That's your opinion, Joe. That's your opinion. I'm not going to never discount a man's opinion. Yeah. I'm never going to discount a man's opinion, no matter how warped it may be.
Yeah.
But
Regis
I don't know about destroys Tank. Regis beats the shit out of Tank.
I don't know about the Regis thing. You know what I mean? I don't know about that. And then too, Gamboa, you gotta understand, Gamboa is a veteran. You know what I mean? So he know how to survive in fights. You gotta give him credit for that. It's not like Gamboa is a bum, a tomato can. I mean, he was a gold medalist. Is he in his prime? Of course not. But you know, if Tank didn't get him out of there didn't get him out of there until the 10th or 11th round, it doesn't mean that Gamboa was a bum. I mean, and Gamboa, he's a veteran. He know how to survive. He got hurt all throughout that fight, but he know how to survive. It was certain rounds that he got out of. I'm like, how the hell did he get out of that round? I'm not
saying that, Coach. What you're saying is absolutely correct, and that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying Gamboa. I'm not saying that you're saying injured. He was injured in the fight.
He was.
And if you are all-time great monster power puncher, if you're one of the great fighters, an injured guy don't stay in the ring with you. He gets sent home.
Backpack say Tank is a cherry picker. Hey, I'm not gonna say he's a cherry picker on Backpack. What I will say is this: he fights. His matchmaking has been tailor made for him. I would say that, you know, without calling him a cherry pick, because I know that Leonard and Floyd, they pick his fights. He's fighting the same style fighters. You know, they Mexican, they slow, they flat footed. They there for him. You see what I'm saying? And I haven't seen him step up like a Teofimo Lopez ass or nothing like that. So maybe this fight will be the step up fight. Who knows? I don't know. You know what I mean?
And to be honest, man,
you know, one more thing I'm going to touch on, Shelton. I'm going to touch on something that you guys have got to recognize. Tank Davis, he's the weakest link in one way. The only way is his life after boxing. You know, the man doesn't have his dad next to him. Tank Davis is the only one which comes out the street. He doesn't have that foundation. Sometimes when he has arguments with Mayweather and shit like that, he'll go and drink. He'll go and do some fucked up shit. That's the only downfall about Tank Davis, is that he hasn't kept true to the game. He doesn't have those people that he looks up to. And I feel sorry for him. You look at Devin Haney, he's got his dad. You look at Teofimo Lopez, got his dad. You look at Ryan Garcia, even what he's going through, he's got his father right next to him. Tank Davis ain't got all that. You know what I mean? He's got himself, and then he's got his, you know, the people that he's got is yes men. Let's be honest, Tank Davis, sometimes I think he's going to go off the track. Sometimes I think you're going to find out that Tank Davis is not interested in boxing anymore, doing crazy shit.
Here's the thing, Rap. Here's the thing. At some point, because I didn't have my father. A lot of people didn't have their fathers. So at what point does that become an excuse? You're a grown-ass man with millions of dollars. You need to stand up and do what's right if that's what you want to do. Tank makes his own decisions at the end of the day. Tank got to decide what he wants for himself, for his life. Because nobody in the reality of it all, brother, nobody gives a fuck what you do with your life. That's your life.
Yeah.
Tank got to figure out what he wants for his life.
Hey, let me add this. I see where you're coming from, Rastar, but there are also fighters who got their fathers and they surround themselves with yes men. Look at Deontay Wilder. He has his father in his life, but he surrounds himself with yes men, and he doesn't even take the training and stuff serious.
Yeah, and the thing is with the Deontay Wilder situation, like you guys know, I've given Deontay Wilder an earful, you know, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I got to be fair with Deontay Wilder. I like Wilder. I was a huge fan of Deontay Wilder, contrary to popular belief. The only thing I didn't like was, you know, I hate race hustlers. So when you go to interjecting race into stuff, you know, I remember the famous To This Day video and the lead up. See, what people don't understand where I'm coming from, the lead up to the Tyson Fury second fight is what kind of made me discuss it with Wilder, because he went to making it racial. You know, bro, just go back and look at the lead up to the fight, all the different interviews and press conferences. And when Deontay Wilder went off on Radio Raheem, when he said, to this day, my people been fighting for 400 years and yada, 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 yada. And I'm like, dude, you taking this shit somewhere else that it don't need to be at.
What the fuck that got to do with the fight?
Yo, you taking this somewhere it don't need to be at. And then, so that's what got me with Wilder. But Wilder is a good fighter. Yeah. I've always said this. He's exciting for the heavyweight division. Listen, regardless whether you like him or hate him, you love to hear him talk shit. You're gonna pay to see if he's gonna lose. He gonna get you a knockout. You know, he's gonna do that. Now, but he's a damn good fighter. But I've always said this: he's a good fighter, but he's a terrible boxer.
Yeah.
He is a terrible boxer.
To be fair to Coach, I'm the same. I'm a Wilder fan, but I'm not a delusional fan. And I think Coach is the same thing. I think he respects Wilder for other reasons, but you're not a delusional fan. You're not going to sit there and fucking start preaching for Wilder because he's from America and try and put your integrity on the line so that you just make your fighter look good. That's just not who you are, Coach. No,
I'm not going to do that because I love the sport of boxing. Right. So I don't. Again, like I said before I even heard of Deontay Wilder, I was a fan of the sport of boxing. But and if he retires today, Anthony Joshua retires, Tyson Fury retires, Terence Crawford retires. Guess what? I'm still going to be a fan of the sport of boxing. Because my love for the sport of boxing is not tied to a particular fighter. You see what I'm saying? And that's now when I was a fanboy, I was a Mike Tyson fanboy. I was a Marvin Hagler fanboy, Pernell Whitaker. Listen, I was so much of a fanboy rap star. If any one of those fighters lost the fight, I was mad at the fighter who beat them. Yeah.
Like, literally, I cried when Ali lost every time. Every time he lost, I cried.
Hey, listen,
every time he lost.
I get it. You know what I mean? I get it. You know what I mean? But no, man. All bullshit aside, I like Wilder in the ring. Boxing in the ring, and I'm just what really got me was I'm like, damn, what he was able to accomplish with limited skills,
right?
Like with just what he was able to. This guy was on the back of a UPS truck and started boxing because he wanted to help his daughter with a medical issue. Like I love his story. I love everything about that. But he changed though. It's like once he got to a certain level, he just changed. I started noticing the change in the second after the first Tyson Fury fight. He started changing like I think it was the Alphabet Boy team. Maybe he was listening to them and they was gassing him up and he went to picking up some of their talking points. And I'm like, I said, wait a minute, man. And you know how I feel about racehorses. Like,
he started to believe his own press, brother.
No, right, you know where I mean? I'll tell you where I really disconnected with Deontay Wilder. And let me tell you something, Coach. I got a video right next to Wilder. I met Wilder for about an hour. I met Wilder in the Regency Hotel. I've got videos with Wilder. You know, they're on my channel. But one thing I'll tell you where I disconnected with Deontay Wilder, and this is between everybody, is when I started to see that he was pushing the product. He was pushing his own product with the 78, which was the boxing channels in America. He was pushing it with them, and then he was giving them the blessings to go push that narrative. That's where he fucked up, Coach. When he started pushing the narrative with those channels and he came on Instagram and said, yeah, this is my people. He fucked up because the people which represented him, they fucked him up. They made it look way worse than it is. And a lot of people around the world who never hated Wilder, they hate those channels because of the race baiting. They hate the way those people were representing Wilder. They were hating when every day you go on these channels, they're hating on everybody else. And the hate that the British people got because of one fucking fighter, these people are hating on a nation, right? So what happened is the people that Wilder had, they fucking stopped liking Wilder because of the channels. It wasn't only because of Deontay Wilder. It's the people which represented him. That's where people disconnected with Wilder.
You know what? You hit the nail right on the head. It really had nothing to do with Wilder. It was the Alphabet Boy channels, which kind of made me look at them sideways myself. And that's what made me start my channel. I said, you know what, man, I'm tired of this. I'm just tired of the same old, it's like I used to watch a lot of Dante's Boxing Nation. I started watching him. Everything was race. I mean, everything. Racism in boxing and racism this. And Canelo Alvarez fans and race. I'm like, damn, dude, like I can't get away from this. I dealt with that for 23 and a half years in the Nation of Islam. And then before that, with my mother, you know what I mean? So I know what it's. Go ahead.
Hey, Coach, look, and back to something we was talking about just a minute ago. Like you said, you was a fanboy for Tyson, right? And Hagler and those guys.
Right.
Like I told you, I cried when Ali lost every time, right?
Yeah.
Right.
We don't have that anymore. We don't have a guy that is the guy in the sport anymore. All of these dudes, to me, tell me if I'm wrong, Crawford, Spence, Porter, all these guys, they all are like on the same level. There's nobody in boxing right now who stands head and shoulders above the rest. Am I
Nah,
right?
No, do you know why a lot of people
hold
are
on.
about
I disagree, Shelton. I disagree, man.
Sorry.
We got one. Deontay Wilder, man, he's out Muhammad Ali.
Like I said, hey, June, blasphemy is a sin, right? You know that.
No, Shelton, I think with Mike Tyson was a different beast altogether. When Mike Tyson was coming up, Shelton, a lot of people from the projects, from the hoods, no matter where you were from around the world, they related to Mike Tyson. Because Mike Tyson was one of the first street guys to come and take over, to capture the world, to show that you can do it. You might be worth nothing. Look, remember this, Mike Tyson's mum left him for dead.
Right.
Remember that. Remember this. Mike Tyson was never a coach. Mike Tyson was never loved from a kid. He never had the love. Right? And this guy, Mike Tyson, he shook the world. Because I'm telling you this right now, and I don't know if I'm proud to admit this, but when Mike Tyson fought Frank Bruno, I wanted Mike Tyson to win. I know that's crazy because I could relate to Mike Tyson coming from nothing. You get
That's not crazy. That's not crazy. Poverty is everywhere, bro. Coming from nothing, that's everywhere. That's not just in America, that's everywhere. So I get that. I'm just saying, in boxing now, in the boxing we have currently, there's no boxer that stands head and shoulders above the rest. Have you seen one, Coach?
No, not right now. Hey, hold on, Miss Shelton.
What about Canelo?
Hey,
Canelo Alvarez hasn't separated himself from the rest?
Hold on, what rap star? Hold on for me. Shout out to my main man Toon. Shout out for the super chat. Shelton, who won, Laura or Canelo? Coach, you too. I say Laura beat Canelo.
Laura won.
After that, Coach, after the Lara fight, has Canelo Alvarez become the superstar of boxing in America?
Yeah, to me he has. To me he's separated himself. I mean, everybody talk about Canelo, his skill set.
He's good, but he hasn't fought the top competition, so no.
Yeah, but
he hasn't separated himself from the rest.
Get this conversation clean with you. The top competition to you, who is the top competition? Because if you're going to talk about Andre looked not that great against Liam Williams, and I'm going to tell you right now, that Andre, he's getting fucked up by Canelo.
Okay, listen.
So who you got?
When he was at 60, when Canelo
got Andre beating Canelo.
Yeah, but
when Canelo, go ahead, Bo.
I think Canelo personally has been avoiding Andre in particular because the style of Andre's fight, you know what I'm saying, his style, I think gives Canelo a lot of problems and whatnot. But maybe after this Liam Williams fight, Canelo will actually think about it.
Let me ask Coach this question. Coach, let me ask you a question, Coach. And I want your honest opinion.
I just unmuted myself. Go ahead.
I want your honest opinion. A guy who is a champion, a true champion, what does he do? How does a true champion conduct himself as far as competition goes?
True champion he fight all tough fights. He fight everybody. He fight anybody. If it's a number one contender, number one challenger, whoever's supposed to be the other bad man out there, he fights everybody. Perfect example. Muhammad Ali, perfect example. Sugar Ray Robinson, perfect example. Joe Louis, a perfect example. George Foreman back in the day. The boxing is different now than it was back then. We all know that. Lennox Lewis. As much as I hated Lennox Lewis, but guess what? I'm a huge fan of Lennox Lewis today. I love Lennox Lewis today. I hated Lennox Lewis because he beat Tyson. That's the only reason I hated Lennox. Not because he was from the UK or none of that. It was because he beat Tyson. Tyson has 6 losses. It's 6 people that I hate that beat Tyson. Well, 5 of them, but Holyfield beat him twice. So
now, Rap Star. Now, Rap Star. Has Canelo done what Coach just laid out?
Now, let me answer you. Let me just explain to Coach. Coach, let me tell you what the problem is in America. You got 2 names, Jamal Charlo and Andre. Now, Andre, you saw the performances against a man who's a journeyman, a gatekeeper like Liam Williams. You saw that if Andre is struggling with his feet, getting tired. At 33 years old, his balance is not that great. How the fuck is this the boogeyman for Canelo Alvarez? It doesn't look good. And if you're going to bring Jamal Charlo was struggling and had a hard fight with Derevyanchenko. So even both of these guys, Shelton, that you're talking about, they're not better than Lara. They're not better than Daniel Jacobs.
Rap star.
Jacobs was coming up.
That's not the question I asked you. That's not what I asked you, though. That's not what I asked you.
Go ahead.
What I asked, what Coach laid out for you, right?
Right.
Has Canelo done that? Yes or no?
Yeah, but look, Shelton, he's done most of it, 90%. The only fight
most don't count, Rapstar. Has he done that? Yes or no?
Yeah, but bro, the only fight he hasn't
That's
fought
my issue
is
with
Andre.
That's my issue with
him. Fought is Andre.
That's my issue with him. You fight them all.
Yeah, but Andre,
you don't leave no stone unturned. You fight them all.
See boxing, Shelton.
I don't care what he looks like against Liam Williams. I don't care about that. You in my division. I'm supposed to be the man. You the next guy up. Why did I avoid you? Fight you and get you out the way. Because I'm the man. Can't nobody at this division beat me. Canelo has not done that. I don't care what anyone says. Canelo has avoided people. And that is my problem with Canelo.
No, but you know where you're wrong, Shelton? When the time when Andre was coming up, Gennady Golovkin was the boogeyman. Gennady Golovkin was the biggest test for Canelo Alvarez. And
after I get rid of Golovkin, I fight Andre.
Yeah,
because I'm still at 160.
But
he didn't do that. He didn't do that.
Andre hasn't done anything to prove that he.
I don't care about that. I don't care about that. If you the guy that they say can beat me, I gotta fight you. I don't care about any of that other shit. He avoided that dude.
So if he beats Andre, he becomes the best for this era for you.
If he beats Andre, if he beats Charlo, and he beats Benavidez, then yes, he's the best in this era. He got to beat those guys, and he hasn't done that.
Listen, I'm gonna interject on this. From a skill standpoint, the boy Canelo to me is a bad boy. I do agree with you. He hasn't fought everybody in the division. He hasn't fought Charlo. He hasn't fought Andrade. But I'm not gonna say he hasn't fought him because he was afraid of him. I mean, it could be reasons why like from what I've learned from what me watching Jamel Charlo, because I follow him heavy. And I love Jamel Charlo. That dude won all the smoke. He did say that his brother turned down the contract to fight Canelo. Yeah. This is what Jamel said. Now I can only go by what Jamel said about Jamal. His brother turned the contract down when he had an opportunity to fight him. That's not Canelo's fault. If he offer a guy a fight, he turned the contract down. That's not Canelo's fault. Now, why him and Andre haven't fought, I don't know. But I don't know. But Canelo did fight what's my main man, Daniel Jacobs. He did fight Daniel Jacobs. Jacobs ain't no slouch. He got to get credit for that. You know what I mean? So he fought Daniel Jacobs. So I don't. Are you saying, Shelton? Are you saying that Canelo? Are you saying Canelo been ducking certain fighters?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Right. I'm saying Canelo has fought a lot of fighters, but he hasn't cleaned out any division. He's never been undisputed. He hasn't been undisputed. When he was at 60, he had a chance to be undisputed, and he ducked out and went and fought Kovalev.
Okay,
I don't respect that.
You're not realizing they offered the fight, Shelton. But
I don't give a fuck, Rap Star. I don't give a fuck. I got business at 60. Fuck Kovalev. I'm cleaning up this division and becoming undisputed. That's what I'm going to do.
I'm going to make a statement right now. Andre, Jamal Charlo, and David Benavidez, all three of them put together has a weaker resume than Canelo Alvarez, one man. He covers all three of them.
Rap Star, let me ask you one simple question. When in the fuck has a resume ever won a fight?
No, I'm just saying though, he's been fighting everyone, and those three musketeers that you're talking about, Gennady Golovkin, Andre, and fucking Jamal Charlo, those guys need to step up and fight each other. They're not even doing anything.
Well, if they so fucking weak, beat them and get them out the way. If they so fucking weak, beat them and get them out the way. If they so fucking weak.
I'm just saying those guys are also fucking not doing nothing. They're
Well,
not
hold on,
fighting
I don't disagree with you on that part, but it's not like Andre didn't try to fight Charlo. He tried to fight Charlo. He tried to fight Triple G. He ain't fighting him. He tried to fight Canelo. Canelo ain't fighting him. So at least the man is trying. So he's only going to fight with who they put in front of him.
Hey, you know what though? Hey, Shelton, check this out.
Calling somebody out.
Hold on, Rap Star, check this out. Proud Father make a valid point. Floyd was never undisputed, and he was respected. But what you think about Floyd Mayweather? He never was never undisputed in any division.
When Floyd was fighting, I said the exact same thing about Floyd. You picking fights. You can't be considered in the breath with the Alis and the Hearns and the Haglers and the Durants because you picking fights. You not fighting whoever steps up. I said the same thing about him, and I say the same thing about Canelo. You fight everybody and get them out the way.
Shelton, you
if you want to be considered an all-time great. If you want to be considered an all-time great, okay, that's the Gardner. If you want to be considered all-time great, you got to fight them all. Period. There's no exception.
I just think
no excuse.
Coach, I think the boogeyman for Canelo, I think Canelo goes through Jamal Charlo. I think Canelo beats Andre, but the only one I'm thinking that could beat Canelo is David Benavidez.
But David Benavidez, he's a big, strong guy, but I don't think he has the footwork for Canelo. I think Canelo can probably get out of the way of No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I think Benavidez can give Canelo that work. I'm not disagreeing with you with that at all. But I'm just saying stylistically, you know, Canelo going to the body. You know that. Canelo's gonna have to. He can't fight. I think he's quicker. I think he's quicker than Benavidez, but that would be a dangerous fight for him. But I just to wrap it up to get the point of what I'm saying. Benavidez, I think he can beat Canelo, but I don't think Canelo's going to be in front of him like that. Like Benavidez defensively, he gets hit a lot. He gets hit a lot, man. He gets hit a lot defensively. So I still can see Benavidez beating Canelo, but I just think, man, that I see a lot of holes in Benavidez's game, especially from his last fight. He just got hit way too much, and he didn't show any head movement, none of that. He was just like, I'm just gonna walk through these punches, and he can't fight Canelo like that. He can't fight him like that, you know. He can't fight him like that. But I would love to see that fight myself. But I understand what you're saying, Shelton. But I don't think like I think highly of Canelo. I don't think that Canelo is ducking anybody. Now, does he
never said that either.
No,
I never said that either.
Now, does he pick and choose who he wants to fight? Yes, he does pick and choose. And has he cleaned out of the division? No, he hasn't cleaned out of the division. You know what I mean? What were those reasons? I think everything Canelo does is strictly business. Strictly business. It's, you know, hey, I'm gonna fight this guy, get this belt. I'm gonna go to this division, fight this guy, get this belt. You know what I mean? Some people may say
but I'm a true fan of the sport. So I don't want to hear that this business shit. I don't want to hear that. I want you to clean these dudes out. This guy say he can beat you, knock him off. This guy say he can beat you, knock him off. This guy say he can beat you, knock him off. That's what I want to see. And we don't have that anymore. That's the point I was trying to make. We don't have that.
No, you're right.
The reason where you got a point is they did the same thing to Floyd Mayweather. When you become the top of the tree, they want you to fight everybody. It's like, it's the Floyd Mayweather effect right now. When Mayweather was up there, everybody wants Mayweather to fight everybody. Remember when they were asking Mayweather to go up to 154 and fight Gennady Golovkin? Who remembers that?
Oh, I remember that like it was yesterday.
Yeah, I remember that.
They were asking Mayweather to fight when Golovkin was coming up like the boogeyman. They were saying, Mayweather, you need to go fight him. So look,
I remember that. But let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Was Floyd Mayweather a bigger icon in boxing than Muhammad Ali?
No, hell no.
No.
Hell no.
Ali fought everybody. Why can't Floyd?
I mean, it's a different era, though. It's a different era. I get what you're saying. You're judging these fighters by the era, you know, the era that.
If you want to be considered all-time great, you got to do what the all-time greats did. That's all I'm saying. I don't care what era it's in. If you want to be considered all-time great, you got to do what they did.
Who has Floyd didn't fight?
You know
Sheldon,
what? That's a good question because he fought a lot of people. He fought a lot of guys.
Now
He
I'm
fought
gonna
a
tell
lot
you,
of guys.
he fought a lot of people, and people discredit them for that. They say, "Oh well, he didn't fight them in their time," and
Who
they
did
act like,
he? You know what? You know what, Bo? That's a good question. Who didn't he fight? Because Floyd fought a lot of guys.
yeah, he fought,
He fought
like
damn near
because
everybody.
a lot of people think when they look at Floyd Mayweather, they look at the money Mayweather. They don't look at the pretty boy Mayweather when he was just going through top competition.
Yeah, they don't look at Pretty Boy Floyd.
He was trying to fight De La Hoya when he was Pretty Boy Floyd. He was trying to fight Shane Mosley when he was
Trying to
Pretty
fight
Boy
Shane
Floyd.
Mosley. He tried to fight Prince Hakeem Ahmed one time.
Yeah. They like
Yeah, but let's
Costa
not
Zoo,
forget,
Black
yeah, he also never fought Vernon Forrest. He never fought Paul Williams. He never fought those guys.
Yeah.
He didn't fight Paul Williams. I agree with that.
Yeah, Paul Williams was waiting for him.
To
Paul Williams was waiting for him for about 18 months. He never gave Paul
according
Williams
to
the fight.
Paul Williams came out of his own mouth and said Floyd never ducked him.
Yeah, but Floyd, no. He said Floyd did duck him. I've got the videos.
I got the I can show you a video when Paul Williams was in the wheelchair. He said Floyd never ducked him. Like they was outside.
Yeah, but I'm talking before he went in the wheelchair, when he was coming up.
Oh, all right, yeah.
You know, you got to remember, Paul Williams has probably changed his attitude after his wheelchair and stuff. But you got to remember, when he was coming up, he was calling out Floyd. You know. But look, after Canelo, coach, I got a question. If that's how you guys feel about the superstar in boxing, who's the second man down after Canelo? Let's forget about. I don't want to talk about the heavyweights. Who is the second superstar after Canelo Alvarez? And I don't want to talk about Manny Pacquiao.
I ain't gonna lie, man. To be honest with you, the guys who are impressing me right now is in the light heavyweight division. The two Russians, Bivol and Beterbiev. Now they're not superstars, but them the guys. Man, have you seen those guys on fight Rap Star?
Yeah, of course, but you know those guys are not really considered as the superstars or stars anywhere near Canelo Alvarez.
Well, well, right now, hold on. Shout out to my main man Toon for the super chat. It's an interview with Paul Williams said he never ducked him. I literally just watched it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
Say that recently.
Yeah, cool. Listen. I'm fixing to answer that question. I guess the next superstar, for whatever this is worth, and this is crazy to me, behind Canelo. Yeah. Some would say Errol Spence, right. But I would say Tank is a bigger star than Errol Spence. So I would say it might be Errol Spence or Tank Davis. You see what I'm saying? But other than that, that's it. I mean, not even Terence Crawford, my favorite fighter, but not even Crawford from a superstar standpoint. Whatever the hell that means. I guess that means popularity. Who's more popular? Errol Spence is considered a star, and he's doing small pay-per-view numbers.
Let me ask you this, Coach. Why can't it be Jermell? Jermell fighting everybody.
Man, Jermell Charlo, but he's not a super. But they don't even look at him as a superstar. To me, Jermell Charlo should be the guy. To be honest with you, but for some reason, man, like he's from Texas.
Errol Spence is a bigger star than Jermell Charlo.
Yes, he is.
I don't know why, but you're right. You're absolutely correct. I just don't know why.
So I'm trying to come to educate myself. The number one guy, and look at the difference between the number one and number two. It's a big difference. It's big. It's a huge difference. You know what I mean? You're talking about a man who's a $30 million fighter to a man who's a $5 million fighter. Is that the difference?
Well, what are you talking about, Rapstar?
Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I can hear. I muted myself so you don't have any noise in the background.
Yeah, I said it's a big difference between the number one and the number two star.
It's a huge difference. Canelo Alvarez is worth 150. I never. The garage. My son just went out of the garage. Yeah. I don't do no pocket watching, but Canelo is a bigger star because a lot of the reason why it made me get on these numbers is because the Alphabet Boy channels was always talking about Errol is doing these numbers and he has this and he's making this kind of money, yada 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 yada. So it made me do my research and I see that Errol Spence and Terence Crawford has a net worth of $8 million apiece. So those are not big fish numbers. Canelo Alvarez has a net worth of $150 million. So he's a huge mega star. He's only 30 years old. He's only 30 years old. There's nobody bigger than Canelo. The next person under Canelo, and I know what you said, Ralph Star. We're not talking about heavyweights, but the next one under Canelo is Anthony Joshua. Period.
No, but
I don't care what nobody says.
Anthony Joshua gets. Let me just clean the slate up. Anthony Joshua gets more. I know we don't want to pocket watch,
Right.
but he actually is getting more money, and he's got bigger star than Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah. If you're talking about money, AJ dwarfs him. Yeah. AJ selling out 100,000 seats a week.
I think popularity too. Just by being a heavyweight and his popularity, he dwarfs Canelo.
Yeah. I was just saying, like net worth. Canelo's a little worth more than AJ, but he's been boxing longer than AJ as well. So, but yeah.
To be honest, if we going off of the popularity thing, goddamn Ryan Garcia is more popular than Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's more popular. Yeah, he has a social media following that's crazy. Yeah, he is. He is. But Rap Star's talking about star wise from a boxing standpoint. Let the Alphabet Boy channels tell it is Errol Spence. So
No, Canelo's the money fight. Canelo and Manny Pacquiao are the money fights.
Yeah, but Pacquiao ain't been fighting. He been gone for 2 years. So you know what I mean. He been gone for 2 years. I'm concerned. I don't like. He needs to stay. He needs to just retire. He's a senator in the Philippines. Stay in the Philippines. Stop mentioning it. I mean, I hope other people stop mentioning his name. Manny Pacquiao. He's rumored to fight Crawford.
Yeah.
Now he's rumored to fight Spence. Like they need to let him go.
But in real terms, if he came back tomorrow, he'd outsell Errol Spence.
He'll outsell all of those fighters combined. Yeah, he will. I ain't gonna say Canelo and AJ. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like all of those fighters in the welterweight division, and yeah, he'll outsell all of them combined. Yes, he would. But Manny Pacquiao is a global. He's a global star though. He's a global. Errol Spence is big in Texas. He's a state. He's a big star in the state of Texas. Manny Pacquiao is a global star. There's no comparison.
Yeah.
There's
Not if you let them tell it. Not if you let them tell it.
Go ahead, Rapstar.
To be fair to Coach, there's only 4 stars in boxing superstars, and that is Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, Canelo Alvarez, and Deontay Wilder if he gets a big fight. Now, you're talking about superstars. You got Manny Pacquiao. There is only 5 people which earn that kind of money, bro. The rest of them are stars. They're not superstars.
You're right. Well, you hit the nail right on the head, because some people say superstar welterweight, superstar. Errol the True Spence hits on superstar. Hey, Rapstar, I said superstar like how? Like I'm right here in Florida, in Miami, and ain't nobody talking about him like that. Like I'm like literally like superstars when everybody's talking about you. Everybody's
I think when Dallas Cowboys teamed up with Errol Spence, it did make him look like a star.
Right. But it's not like he sold out the venue. You know what I mean? That arena, I mean, that stadium holds like 80,000 people. It's not like Errol Spence fought there and 80,000 people was there to watch him fight. You know what I mean? No, that's not the case. Now he's in Dallas. He's from Dallas, and Jerry Jones does like Errol Spence, and I'm not knocking that. I'm not taking anything away from Errol Spence. He's a phenomenal fighter. He's one of my favorite fighters. I love Errol Spence. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but I don't love no fighter to a degree to where I'm not going to criticize their ass if they get out of pocket. Everybody gets it with me. You know what I mean? Tyson Fury, Joshua. I mean, just Joshua ain't really did nothing for me to get on him about. Joshua's been doing his thing. You know what I mean? So and he fights everybody who comes his way. Some fighters, like Tank. I like Tank. There's a lot of fighters I like, man. But those fighters you're talking about, like the superstar fighters, you're right. It's Canelo. Well, Manny Pacquiao is the megastar.
Yeah.
And then there's everybody else up under him. He's a global superstar, Manny Pacquiao. So it's no one's going to beat that right now. No one. Canelo's not even. No. Canelo's not on Pacquiao's level as it relates to that. Facts. You know what I mean? So I mean, this guy moved up 8 weight divisions. He came from poverty. I mean, he was 12 to 13 years old. Had to fight just to put food on the table to feed his mom and the rest of his siblings. I think he got like 8 brothers, eight siblings, something like that. Sisters and brothers. dude, like just his story alone is, you know, he's the definition of fighting. He had to fight to get to the top.
He's an icon.
Yeah, he's an icon. Yeah, like me. I don't want to see Pacquiao fight Crawford or fight anybody. I think Pacquiao should retire.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
You have nothing to prove anymore. Your legacy is cemented in the history of boxing, and the cement is dry. Why you?
Hey, can I ask you this question, Coach? I'm going to be doing a live about this. I got a couple of real coaches coming to my channel soon, but you look at the years of experience and the years of technology after Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, how all these gyms have got extra better equipment. They got all this digital fucking stuff helping the fighters these days. How come the fighters are not better today than what we had fucking 20, 15 years ago? Look, Coach, everything involves in life. Cars get better. You know, engineers get better, contractors get better. Why are the fighters not getting as good as the fighters we had before? You look at the Mayweathers and the Manny Pacquiaos, these guys are different breeds to the Errol Spence and Terence Crawfords today. I mean, why is it the fighters are not getting better? Anyone got any answers for that? Because we have better technology. We have better technology today. I
have a damn good answer. It's the heart. The skills, these fighters are supposed to be more athletic or whatever than the older fighters, but the reason why is the heart. They don't have the heart that the older fighters had. A lot of times is like when you get in, like when you're constantly getting into these tough fights and you have the heart to be willing to put yourself in these tough situations. So when you're fighting a tough fighter and that tough fighter is bringing the best out of you. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Ali had a broke jaw against Ken Norton and fought through it. They said he had a broke jaw when he fought Frazier in the first fight, fought through it. Razor Ruddock had broke ribs and a broke jaw when he fought Mike Tyson and still kept fighting. I think it's the heart. You know, these fighters are talented, but they don't have the heart those older fighters have. And because of that, it seems like they haven't gotten better because they're not willing to do the things that those older fighters was willing to do. And they was fighting 15 rounds back then. So
look at this. Look at this, Rap. Look at this. The fighters of old, right? They came from sharecropping, working in the fields, working in slaughterhouses, from nothing. I mean, really nothing. Racism. So this is a different kind of animal coming up back in the days, even up to Sherry Leonard's time. It's a different type of man, a different type of mindset. Now today you got these dudes that's going to AAU tournaments. They flying all across the world as amateurs. They getting all kind of sponsorship deals. They wearing Nike and Reebok and all this old bullshit. These dudes don't have it that rough. It's easier now. That's why you got softer guys. These dudes didn't come up from nothing like a Sugar Ray Robinson came from nothing, like a Joe Louis came from nothing, like a Joe Frazier came from nothing. They didn't come from that. They're not cut from that cloth.
Hey, Ralph, I'm finna address that right now. Shout out to my man Toon for the super chat. He said I attended Tank versus Gamboa live. He brought pretty much the whole state out. I'm not talking about money, just the buzz. Tank is the superstar. Yeah. Tank big. I say this. Like Errol Spence. Errol Spence didn't come up through no struggle. He had his mother and his father in his life. They had money. He didn't really have to be a boxer. He didn't come up from like the streets. The Charlos, same thing. I'm not saying they didn't have any hardships, but it was not like they just came from the gutter, like the hood, the projects. You know, didn't have anything like the Mike Tysons, the Ray Robinsons, the Joe Lewis's. You know, they didn't Pernell Whitakers. You know, it's just a different age, different era now. A lot of these fighters, like Sheldon Moore said, when they be prospects and the amateurs, you know, they pretty much got a silver spoon in their mouth from that standpoint. You know, I'm not saying all of them, but it's just a different mentality. I think the mentality makes the man who he is. The mentality and the heart. And if you don't have the mentality and the heart that those other fighters did, then that answers your question. This is why it seems like the talent hasn't gotten better over the years. It's just that they don't have the mentality and the heart that those other fighters had before them. And that's just what I'm seeing.
I'll give you a prime example, Coach. I'll give you a prime example. Marvin Hagler.
Hold on, Shelton. Hold on. Go ahead, Rapstar. Go ahead.
No, would it be fair to say then the generations behind those guys, they did all the hard work, and now these guys, they come from a different kind of cloth because they don't have it hard like the other generations did.
That's fair to say. That's fair to say. The older fighters did the hard work. You're right. You're right.
I'll give you a prime example, Coach.
You got to remember this, Coach. Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao has given the blueprint. He's given them the blueprint that you got to do hard work, dedication. You can't be slipping. You know, one thing I love about all your superstars, you know, Errol Spence, I'm a big fan of Errol Spence, but one thing I don't like is you know that sometimes these guys are weak. They got to go drink, take drugs. We know Errol Spence has been, you know, been drinking in the past. You know that Tank Davis has been fucking around, drinking, taking drugs. You know, Adrian Broner's the same. I mean, Mayweather must be laughing at these guys. Mayweather never did that. Mayweather went to the clubs and he went training after the club. He never drank. He never took drugs. So these guys, they want to be like fucking Floyd Mayweather, but they don't want to put the fucking Floyd Mayweather crazy fucking hours in, bro. It seems to me these guys are nothing like the Floyd Mayweathers of what we had.
No, you're right about that. It's just a different. They want to be money made, but they don't want to go through Pretty Boy Floyd. They don't want to put in the work.
I'll give you a prime example. Marvin Hagler worked construction 10 hours a day and trained at night.
Wow.
Now, which one of these guys today is gonna do that?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even know that. I didn't know Hagler worked construction 10 hours a day. There,
He was a laborer. He was a construction laborer. That's what he was doing when his career started. He's a construction laborer. He worked in the day and trained at night. Which one of these guys is gonna do that?
It's just a different mentality, man. The mentality is different today, man. Like these, man. You
gotta think this too, Shelton. I mean, they were getting paid pennies, especially Marvin Hagler. He was getting paid pennies back then. You know, nowadays a lot of these fighters, they ain't really doing nothing. They're doing good because they get somewhat of a check that lasts them for like 2 years before the fight again.
And that's my point. That's why they're softer, because they don't have the same mentality. They don't have a dog mentality.
But that's what Rapstar's saying. Rapstar's saying, do you think that the guys who came before these fighters today, they paid the price already? They paid the dues already. They made it easier for these guys, and that's what it is.
Definitely.
The biggest enemy to success is ease. The biggest enemy to success is ease. So when you have an easy path, that's going to be the greatest enemy that you have to the road to success.
It's like this, yeah. I don't want to say too much, but I got a list of names over here, Coach. Most best athletes. How the fuck are you taking cocaine while you're fucking fighting? All of a sudden, you're getting done for cocaine.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, I don't want to say too much. Look, Josh Taylor, I love Josh Taylor. One of the best attributes. But the motherfucker got caught for taking cocaine, bro. He had to go court for cocaine.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because it's a new generation. These guys ain't dedicated to the sport like that.
Look at these guys, Shelton. Shelton, these guys are doing things, yeah? And they want to be the superstars. How can we look up to these guys when they do fuck up like that, bro?
Because they are product. Everybody, Coach, me, you, Bo, we all a product of our environment.
Right.
These guys aren't cut from that hard work, dedication cloth. They cut from the social media, iPhone, motherfucking Twitter, be popular, go to the club, turn up, hang with the bitches. That's the cloth they cut from. You see it all the time. What did we just get on Errol Spence for? Hanging out with the rapper, doing all that fugazi shit.
Yeah.
You would never see Marvin Hagler doing no shit like that. You would never see Alexis Arguello doing no shit like that. It didn't happen. Or if it did happen, you didn't see it. But now everything is in your face. These dudes is more concerned with likes and views than getting in the gym and getting in fucking shape. Didn't Kevin Cunningham say that shit? Didn't Kevin Cunningham say that shit Sunday? He said, it's not training camp no more. Usually it's fucking fat camp. These motherfuckers come to fat camp.
But Shelton, you're telling the truth. You're telling the truth, Shelton. Because if you look at the fighters in the past, the rappers and the hip-hop artists, they used to look up to the fighters. The fighters used to be the kind of idols for these rappers. You know what I mean? You look at the people like Tupac. Tupac used to go running up to Mike Tyson like Mike Tyson was God for Tupac. You know what I mean? Right. So in today's world, the game's changed. Everything's changed. It's not like it used to be. And these guys are not as strong as you think they are. You know, you look at the Mayweathers and the Pacquiaos, these guys were fucking mentally in a different level. You look at the depression in these fighters today. Like, who told me yesterday, a lot of these fighters are acting like they're depressed, going to drinking, cocaine, you know, all this shit. It's like they're weak. You know what I mean? You're supposed to do all that shit when you finish with your career. You want to fuck about, you can fuck about once your career's done. But it seems like these guys are losing something in their mind. You got multi-millions of dollars, but you driving your fucking Ferrari to the club. Why you not got a driver, bro? I mean, what the fuck are these people doing?
Because they want to be seen, bro. Everybody want to be seen. You want to be the guy. You want to have a big chain on. You want to be at Canelo's fight. Now, check this out, Bo. Now tell me if I'm lying. You want to go to Canelo's fight. Canelo is not coming to none of your fucking fights. Ever. He ain't fucking with you like that. But you gonna run down to Florida and go to Canelo fight just to be seen. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, Canelo don't go to nobody fights. Like, you don't see that at all. Canelo don't hardly even talk. Wait a minute. This guy here said that well, Sugar Ray Leonard did, Cope.
Yeah,
back then too. Yeah,
he did.
Yeah,
he did. Hell yeah.
After he finished with his career, he started taking crack.
But look, that's the difference. We didn't know back then, Proud Father. Now, we didn't know Sugar Ray Leonard was doing cocaine until after he retired. You didn't know none of that about Sugar Ray Leonard when he was fighting. Now, did you?
Yeah. But why do all these fighters take cocaine a lot? Like, look, Coach, I'm going to give you a list of names. Joe Kawasaki, one of the best ever did it. He got fucking so addicted to cocaine afterwards. His life got fucked on cocaine. Ricky Hatton, one of the best who ever came out of Manchester. His fucking whole life was cocaine afterwards and depression. What is this cocaine and depression for fighters, Coach? There's a big, it's like a lot of these fighters, they get into cocaine and they get depressed. What is this shit, bro?
Yeah, I don't have an answer for it, bro. I really don't. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have an
answer.
It's
a different era, bro. It's a different era.
I mean, Tyson was on coke too.
Yeah.
It's a different era. It's a different time. And let's not forget this, man. Let's not forget this. None of us on this panel. Getting hit in the head is not good for you, bro.
No.
It's not good for you.
Boxing is the poor man's sport.
Yeah.
For you to have to fight for a living, to get punched in the head for a living, you literally don't know how to do anything else.
Right. Because there's a whole lot easier ways to make money.
Right. So, you gotta. You tell you that is something else.
I mean, I'm reading an article now that Diego Corrales, they think after the Castillo fight that these guys, the punches they took led them into manic depression. They say a lot of punches you take, it can lead you into mental illness as well.
Damn, you know what, man? You saying some real shit right now. Now it seems like you really getting to maybe the meat and potatoes of it.
Yeah.
The meat and potatoes, you might be right about that, man.
The root of the problem.
No, yeah, I'm not saying Tank is a little bit mentally, issues or Errol Spence and stuff, but you got to be strong. And if there's some weaknesses, they're going to show on you later. And I think at the end of the day, you need to get help when you know there is a problem. Does that make sense, Coach?
That made perfect sense. And there's another thing I want to say too, Rapstar. If you look at Errol Spence, you look at Tank Davis. Maybe it's just me. But it looks like it seems to me like they're slurring in their speeches.
Fact.
Especially Tank.
Tank
is like, good point. But Errol Spence, I'm starting to see the Errol Spence too. It's like they're slurring in their speeches, like, oh man, I don't know if it's because Errol be high all the time or whatever.
I think that's the alcohol to Errol, man.
Yeah. It's like it's slurring.
You don't think it's the punches Errol takes sometimes?
It could be that too, man. But I think all that alcohol drinking, man, he be slurring his words and whatnot.
Yeah, but you got to remember this, right? Errol Spence does spar a lot with 180, 175-pound guys. Errol Spence is always, you can't say he's the best defensive fighter, is he?
No.
He takes a lot of punches.
No,
right?
No, because when you coming in there, coming on the inside, you got to bring some ass to get some ass. So if he's coming in there, his style of fighting, the way he fought, especially when he fought Kell Brook. If you watch that Kell Brook fight, I'm getting a lot of echo somewhere. If you watch that Kell Brook fight,
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. If you watch that Kell Brook fight, man, listen. he took a lot of shots. He got, man, listen, Kell Brook was cracking him with some hell of a punches. Bro, like, I was like, how in the hell is this guy standing up to these punches? If you look at that Kell Brook fight, of course, we know how the fight ended, but Kell Brook, man, was bro, like they was going back and forth, this seesaw match between these two great fighters. So, yeah, it just seemed like, especially Tank Davis. Tank just, bro, he sound like James Toney right now.
Yeah. Who do you think? Okay, let's go. Let's talk about this then, Coach. Look, we know the negative fighters right now. We know there's fighters that are fucking around. They've been, taking shortcuts, fucking with their life. What fighters today, if I had children, should they be looking up to? Like Terence Crawford, to me, he's a gym rat. Terence Crawford seems like the most disciplined guy, and he seems like a guy who's totally committed to his boxing. Would you guys agree?
Absolutely. No, I definitely won't disagree with that. You can say what you want to say about Terence Crawford, but you're not going to hear Crawford. Now, and I'm not throwing shade, but I got to call it like it is. You're not going to hear Crawford twerking. You're not going to hear nothing about Crawford drinking in the club. You're not going to hear any of that. This is why I don't understand why he gets so much hate. It's like he by far is one of the most dedicated guys in the sport of boxing. He takes it very seriously. He doesn't punish his body. He doesn't do half of the things, a third of the things that your favorite fighters do. But, certain channels, fan bases, they don't like the guy. He don't do half of the stuff that these guys do. You see what I'm saying? So he's a perfect example. And this is why that I would always pick Crawford to win over Spence because of that. Because it's something that I learned a long time ago, right? That you can like take all the drugs, the alcohol, and you can beat a bunch of fighters on taking drugs and stuff and drinking alcohol and living that party lifestyle like Errol Spence, right? You can do that, but one day it's gonna come a time when you run up on a fighter, and after years of abusing your body, drinking and doing this and doing that, it's gonna come a time to where it's not gonna be there that day. You see what I'm saying? Because you punishing your body, you drinking. You can drink alcohol and beat Shawn Porter. You can drink alcohol and beat Danny Garcia. You can drink alcohol and beat Mikey Garcia. But one day it's gonna be that fighter to where that E&J you've been drinking, or that Hennessy you've been drinking, or whatever it is you've been taking, it's gonna take a toll on you, and you're gonna run up on that right fighter who ain't doing none of that shit that you're doing, and they're gonna give you that work. And that's just what I say.
So who's the three disciplined fighters right now? Coach, who's the three most disciplined fighters right now that we got?
I'm finna tell you right now. Shout out to my main man Toon. Tank just got a Baltimore accent. It just sounds like that. No, I've been to Baltimore. That's not the Baltimore accent. They don't talk like that in Baltimore.
And plus, I disagree with that because I grew up in Baltimore, and I don't even sound like that.
Yeah, no, Tank sound like he's punch drunk.
Let me ask you a question, Coach.
What's that?
I want you to tell Rap Star what Big Nate Jones told you.
Yeah. We're gonna get to that too, but let me answer Rap Star question. Rap Star, tell me what it is again.
What's the three most disciplined fighters? If we had children, they should be looking at them.
Number one, I say Terence Crawford.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Joshua.
Okay.
Let's see. People gonna rip me for saying this, but I'm talking about active fighters right now.
Teofimo Lopez.
I don't know. I don't know if.
Okay.
The reason why I'm gonna say I don't know is because I don't know if he, we might find something out later on about him. But but Manny Pacquiao. Some may say, oh, well, he's a drug cheat. He never got popped for doing the steroids, so I don't want to hear that.
He never got caught.
And I would say Canelo Alvarez, but they're gonna jump on me on that because Canelo got popped with clenbuterol before, So I just say I say Terence Crawford, Anthony Joshua, and let's see who else.
Who else?
I would say Jamel Charlo, but Jamel Charlo drank too. So,
I mean, to be really honest, I've been following.
I'll say maybe Teofimo. You might be right, but it gotta be somebody. It's somebody I'm missing. Somebody I'm missing though.
Teofimo's dad is on him like a fucking leech. Like Teofimo's got his wife at 21 years old, 22. He's got himself a family. He don't go to clubs. He don't go nowhere. His dad's on him, bro. His dad told him, you better fucking stick with this shit. And then after this shit, you can do what the fuck you want. And that's what they told me. And I can't see Teofimo slipping at the moment. I haven't seen it. But what about Devin Haney? Devin Haney is a gym rat. I mean,
Devin
he might not
Haney,
be the best fighter, but he's a gym rat.
Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson.
Shakur?
Yeah, Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who else
Maybe Conor Ben. I don't know. I don't know how he's living over there.
Conor Ben is very, very dedicated. But I mean, look, let me tell you something, Coach. I love Josh Taylor, but I just don't like the fucking allegations where he got caught for taking drugs and going to places and got caught with cocaine and shit. But Josh Taylor is one of the best fighters coming out of England, bro. You know what I mean?
He's not fighting the best.
No, he is. He is one of the best. But you know,
right,
he's also been taking some drugs and got caught for some bullshit. You know?
Right.
So it's hard to say that he's the most disciplined because I don't think he is the most disciplined. But it's very hard to know who's the most disciplined because we don't know what they do behind closed doors.
Hey, Toon said that Haney drinks. So that's what I was saying. Like I don't know. Like a lot of the younger fighters.
Coach,
I don't know, but go ahead.
Tell him what Big Nate Jones told you.
Oh, Big Nate, yeah, Big Nate Jones. This is not hey Rapstar, you know who Nate Jones is, right?
I just know the guy who got knocked out by Jake Paul.
No. That's Nate Robinson. Nate Jones is one of Floyd Mayweather's trainers.
Yeah, of course. I met Nate Jones. I've met Nate Jones in Vegas.
Okay, so you know who I'm talking about. So Nate Jones.
Of course, I know who you're talking about because he was the trainer for Ashley Fairfame.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And Nate Jones, you know, he's a big guy. He used to be a heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
He's been heavyweight champion. No. Sorry about that. Not heavyweight champion. He was a heavyweight boxer, pro boxer.
He was in the Olympic squad at the same time as Mayweather.
Under Don King, and he said that Nate Jones said he messed up his career because of alcohol. He was an alcoholic, and he said that's what messed his career up. So a long time ago, before this is after the Kell Brook fight. 3 years ago, when Terence Crawford moved up to welterweight, and this was right after Terence Crawford and Errol Spence met each other in a fight. I think it was a Mo Brooks, Mighty Mo fight, Maurice Hooker fight, or somebody, you know, because both of them friends with Maurice Hooker, and Nate Jones said that they asked him, they said, who you got if Terence Crawford and Errol Spence fight? Everybody thought he was going to say Errol Spence because he's from the PBC side and stuff like that. Nate Jones said he said Terence Crawford. He said it within a split second. And they say, why? He said Errol Spence is an alcoholic. He drinks a lot. Everybody in boxing, and that's in the boxing circles who know, they know how Errol Spence lives his lifestyle. And everybody know how Terence Crawford lives his lifestyle. He don't do anything. He's in the gym all the time. He's training. He never lets his weight get out of whack. Like Errol Spence will get all the way up to 185, 190. Terence Crawford, the most you'll probably ever see him go overweight is maybe 20 pounds. He may get to like 168, something like that, but that's about it. You see what I'm saying? But that's what he said. He said this 3 years ago, before everybody even know Errol Spence's lifestyle out in the public, before everybody even knew public-wise, like myself and yourself, what was Errol Spence's lifestyle. Nate said that 3 years ago. And now everybody's seeing it like, damn. And so every time I see Spence, when I see him booed up with other rappers like LMA and trying to give him sugar on the neck and all this stuff there. And when I see that, and I know he's visibly intoxicated, when I see him at the Canelo Alvarez Yildirim fight, and I see that what was that fight? No, it was a fight with Maurice Hooker, him and Ortiz, and they interviewing Errol Spence. I see that he's heavily intoxicated, to where his security guys is holding his waist, holding his shirt. I see this, so you know, you see what I'm saying. So I'm like, yeah, you know what, man, he hit the nail right on the head. But Nate said it 3 years ago. Nate was the first guy I ever heard say this about Errol Spence's lifestyle. He was the first guy, and now everybody is seeing it. You know.
Yeah. So really and truly, Nate Jones knows the weaknesses in the fighter because he knows them personally.
Right.
You get what I mean? And I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I don't think Floyd Mayweather's impressed with none of them. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Floyd doesn't look like he's impressed with any of these guys. At the end of the day, I mean, Errol Spence is letting himself down, bro. I mean, look, far as I'm concerned, maybe that's a good, you know, I don't want to say this, but that situation, what happened to him where he nearly died, maybe that's a good situation for him, coach. Maybe that's what's bringing him down to earth. Maybe
Nah,
that's what Errol Spence needed.
Hey, but rap star, but guess what? He hasn't woke up. Right after that, he's drinking. Remember, he just got. Remember, these are the last 2 public outings I saw of my main man Errol Spence. Errol Spence was at the Maurice Hooker fight and Ortiz fight. He was visibly drunk there. Right?
Coach.
This was after the accident. This is after the accident.
You know why I'm getting confused? Because the time that you're talking about, he was with his trainer. He was with Derek, correct?
Yeah, he's with Derek, and he was drunk then. Yeah.
How the fuck is Derek James letting Errol Spence drink in front of his face?
He's a grown man.
Because Errol Spence is a grown man that pays Derek James. Derek James don't pay him. He paid Derek James.
One of those yes men. He shouldn't be one of those yes men.
If I'm signing the check, how the fuck you gonna tell me what to do?
I mean,
answer that. If I'm signing the check, how in the fuck you gonna tell me what to do?
That's
because Derek James is close to Errol's dad. Errol's dad and Derek James are close. You know what I mean? They're one team. I'm surprised.
One more time, rap star. One more time, so you can hear me clearly. If I'm signing the check, how the fuck you gonna tell me what to do?
He's not listening. He's not. Yeah, not you, rap star. I'm saying Errol Spence is not listening. Hey, shout out to my main man Sly Tennessee for the super chat. What's up, coach? How about Kimura's right straight? You mean straight right hand? Yeah, that was a pretty good fight. That was a pretty good fight with Kimura. That was a damn good fight on Sly Tennessee's. Listen, I think his dad was his dad there. I think his dad was there too. Yeah, Errol Spence is, listen, man, he's a grown man. Nobody's gonna tell him what to do. They probably talk to him on Rap Star. But if him having that accident, remember, he got in an accident, a car accident. He was on the road, the highway by himself. He didn't hit no tree. He didn't hit no animal. There was no other cars in the road. You seen the video of him in the club right before, dancing with a whole bunch of dudes, drunk, visibly drunk. That was after the Shawn Porter fight. Visibly drunk. And he got in the, like, who lets him get in the car knowing that he was fully intoxicated? That what that tells you is no one can tell him what to do. That's
the bigger question, coach. That's the bigger question. Who let him get in that fucking car?
Like either people are letting him, either people can't, either people giving him advice, he's not listening, or they don't give a fuck about it.
But say if his baby mama was in the car, say if he killed his baby mama and his child. So I mean, you could see that car crash could have killed anyone.
As a matter of fact, Sheldon, let me do this. I gotta get Sheldon in the wrench. Rap Star, I'm gonna give you one too. Let me go to the YouTube video. Try to give y'all wrenches. I keep saying
Sheldon, I gotta be honest with you. If Errol Spence hasn't learned from that, then there's some mental illness in the man.
Probably.
He's got
I'm not denying that. It could be. I mean, like I said, getting punched in the head for a living cannot be good for your brain. It can't be. It can't be. I know when I was boxing, I boxed, and when I took that ass whooping and my head hurt for 2 days, I never went back. I went to the football field. Fuck this shit. I'm not doing this no more.
Yeah.
So I get it. It takes a special individual to make their living getting punched in the head. It takes a special individual to do that. I don't have that in me. I never did. I thought I did, but I didn't.
So going to the football, isn't that kind of like a little bit worse? Because you running into each other.
Oh no, brother. I'm gonna tell you. I trained boxing for 7 years. Playing football is way easier than training to be a fighter. Way easier.
Where are my comments? I gotta make some wrenches. Y'all go ahead and chop it up. I'm sitting here. I'm trying to.
No, look. I'm just gonna say this, right? I've got a few more minutes. It seems like the mental illness, the depression in these fighters, they need help. If that's the case, right, then these fighters need a foundation. I mean, does your football players in America have a foundation for a health assessment, mental checkups? Do they have a foundation where they help these fighters so they can, assess?
No, they don't have that. They don't have that.
They got money. They have to seek that on their own. They give them the money and they got to do it themselves.
Yeah, Rap Star, they don't have that, Rap Star, at all. They don't have that at all.
Well, I think the NFL has it now.
Yeah, the NFL, yeah. But I'm saying like boxing.
They have things in place as far as if you get woozy on the field or something, they pull you out and take your helmet and give you all these tests. Yeah, you're right, Bo.
You know, it's just that, man. I just, like, again, it's like Shelton say on Rap Star. These guys are, they're grown men. They do what they want to do. They, and then it's the type of people that you like to hang around in the track as well. You know what I mean? So, if you're a street guy, you want to hang around dudes who there's certain lifestyles that they like to live. And Crawford, he's from Omaha, Nebraska. He's a simple guy. He just want to train, be with his family, live the right lifestyle. And Terence Crawford came from nothing. He got shot in the head when he was a kid, a bullet in his head.
He got shot in the head, coach, when he was fighting. That was when he was fighting at a dice game. He left the fight and went to a dice game.
Yeah, exactly. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that. That boy, that's something else, man. Well, let me get. This is what you say on your coach. Let me get my wrench. I'm gonna try to get everybody the wrench. I gotta get. I'm doing that right now. I'm doing that right now. So
I just want to say this right to everyone. Coach Mackay, he's a great channel. Everybody make sure you subscribe to the channel, press that like, because we need channels like this, which is laying every opinion out here. You know what I mean? We're here to educate ourselves. And to be very honest with you, right? I've got to be straight with you, Sheldon. I do think these fighters, they need help. When you see this kind of shit, these kind of men, they can have all the money in the world, but you need help when you're coming off track like that, bro.
Yeah, they do. But the thing is, you can't help a man you can't fix a problem. Put it this way, Rap, I'll say it for myself. I can't fix a problem if I don't think I have one.
Right. Yeah, you're right about that. At the end of the day, it's up to the person has to want to have help. And the person has to want to have help. You know what I mean? So, and that's the thing. Like, again, hey, Rap Star, check this out. Who let Errol Spence get in that car? when they had, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't understand that shit, bro.
Like, how do you let him, how do you let him get in that car? Like, bro, like he was. If you see the video of him in the club, Rap Star, prior to getting in the car, you'll see exactly what I'm saying. He was obviously drunk. He was obviously drunk. Like, damn, how y'all let him just get in the car like that?
And bro, to be really honest, you look at the car crash. He was totally fucked.
Rap Star, you faded out. Rap Star.
Yeah, can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You had muted yourself.
I can't believe I watched the car crash last week. I just all of a sudden, it was on YouTube. I watched it again. I can't believe, right? A man like that, Errol Spence, is driving like so fucking pathetic, nearly killed himself. This man has got some problems, bro. I don't care what anyone says. When you are going out there by yourself and you're representing the whole of America and everybody in the world is looking up to you as a champion of the world, I don't know, man. There's something wrong with that man. The man fucking didn't give a fuck. As far as I'm concerned, he's got I don't give a fuck attitude.
No, he don't. No, he don't. I mean, I think it's obvious he don't. You know what I mean? But this is the thing, though. The thing is, when you have other people who support him condoning it, this is the problem. When you have a bunch of people who condoning everything that you do, there's no wrong that you're doing. Yeah, he got drunk. He almost killed himself in the car accident. Hey, but that's okay. You's a hater. Or you this, you that. Instead of you saying, hey, man, Errol, look, I'm a big supporter of yours, man, but you got to clean your life up, man. You got to clean your life up. You see what I'm saying? So, and this is what it is. It's like, these fanboys and even these other channels, they don't care nothing about these fighters like that. Because if they did, they would criticize them. You would say, hey, listen, man, you're a good fighter, but you got to clean your life up. And they're not doing that. They're not doing that.
I think people are telling him what he wants to hear instead of telling him what he needs to hear.
Well, you know what? They could be telling what he needs to hear, but he's not. If you know, listen, man. If a person has Nate Jones said it best. He said Errol Spence is an alcoholic. He loves to drink. So my stepfather was an alcoholic. My stepfather was now he might be Errol Spence is a recreational alcoholic. You know, he drinks. Now, if he's training and fighting and stuff, getting ready for a fight, I would say he might not be drinking if he's in training camp. But he, you know, we just saw him booed up, kissing up on Yellow Beezy last week, and that was last week. And Errol Spence, from what I'm hearing, he's in training camp, getting ready for a fight. So I don't know, man. I mean, you know, it is what it is, you know.
Yeah, you guys have put a sour taste in my mouth. If you're telling me Derek James is just a yes man, he needs to get rid of that motherfucking Derek James then. Because if he doesn't even respect his own trainer, that he will drink alcohol and his trainer won't say nothing, man, I'm not into that shit, coach. I don't want.
I'm not saying Derek James isn't saying anything. Listen, Derek James might be talking to him every day. His father may be talking to him every day. But at the end of the day, it's Errol Spence's decision. You know, maybe he's just not listening. He doesn't care. You know what I mean? He doesn't care. He loves to drink. He likes to party, and that's cool. But you know, again, once he gets in a fight, a hell of a fight, like that Shawn Porter fight that he had. If Shawn don't get knocked down, I think Shawn win that fight. Shawn don't get knocked down. But I say all that to say this. Let me go ahead and make my main man. I'm looking for you guys who left a comment, because that's the only way I can make you a moderator.
Hey, Rap, did you do everything your father told you to do?
No.
Okay, that's your answer right there.
I know. Yeah, I was a rebel growing up.
But I never had all those children. No, but hey, Shelton, I never had all those children's responsibility. I never had a world title in my hand. I never had that situation where I got to follow the Mayweather blueprint. You know, I never had that responsibility like Errol Spence.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Maybe all that is more important to you than it is to him.
Right.
But that's a very good point, then.
Right. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is. It's like I see exactly what you're saying, Rapstar. I get it. I see exactly what you're saying.
Like, if you was Errol Spence's dad, you would say, if Derek James wouldn't allow you to fucking stop drinking alcohol, you will come at Derek James, coach. You will fuck that guy up. You will make sure that he listens to your son, or you got some fucking boundaries for your son. True or not?
Yeah, absolutely. But at the end of the day,
going in the fucking ring, he could die tomorrow. If he goes in the ring with the alcohol, like, let's say, and then he weight drains, and you know, look, I know about boxing, bro. When you weight drain after a rough fucking few months, and then your fucking liquid in the brain is so limited, you know this.
Yeah.
You know that he might not have the resistance one day.
Yeah, the crazy part.
Bro.
The crazy part is some people, for some reason, they could function drinking and still be successful. Like Pernell Whitaker was an alcoholic and he was on drugs.
And was on coke,
Yeah, but he shows up and perform. You know what I'm saying? So
and he was smoking crack cocaine.
And so was Nigel Benn. Nigel Benn used to be on depression and used to drink and used to take drugs and used to cheat and he used to have some fucking problems, but he still used to fight.
Yeah, you know So I mean, but you're right about that though, man. It's like some of these fighters. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, you know, and the thing is, I think the problem that I see is like even with these other like channels and stuff. Like you guys, they won't even call these fighters out on it, and you know, it's like, man, listen, we care about you too much. We want to see you do better, but you got to clean your life up, you know. But when you got a base, a foundation that's constantly digging you up on everything that you do, there's no wrong. You know, you can't do any wrong. You know, yeah, he got drunk, but that's okay. He's just living his life. Wait a minute, but that's how he got in the car accident the last goddamn time. Living his life, drinking.
You know what, Coach? It's funny you say that because I heard somebody say that shit last week. Oh, they just hating on the young man. He rich, he living life, and everybody's trying to hate on him. No, man. People trying to help this dude. He need to get his shit together. What are you looking at?
Yeah, I mean, that is crazy. I'm looking, man. I'm gonna look through. I'm making people moderators right now, but I'm looking through all these comments. But yeah, listen, man, it's crazy. Like, dude, I don't get it. Like, he said he learned this lesson from drinking when he got in a car accident, but yet he's back drinking again. You know, but I just find it hard to believe that he was sober, booed up, You know, that's my word. Booed up like LMA. Booed up with another rapper. Him, Adrian Broner, and we know Adrian Broner drank him and Tank. So it's like, damn, man. Like, man, it seems like that's a PBC thing over there. I don't know,
but
man.
we got proof, coach, that he was drinking, or was that just something he put out there while he was tired? Is there proof that he was drinking?
No, I mean, I haven't physically. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't physically seen him take a drink, but I see. I'll put it this way. This what I can tell you. When I saw him in the club, no, I take that back. That's a lie. When I saw him in the club the night before he got in the car accident, he had a drink in his hand. Now, unless he was drinking water and slurring off of water, then you know he had a drink in his hand. So I don't know. Maybe he had a strong glass of water and it made him drunk. Nate Jones said that Errol Spence is an alcoholic. He drinks. Quite a few people in the boxing circle have said this. Now, either they are lying on him out of hate, or Errol Spence, he just, you know. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. If you look at Errol Spence earlier in his career, it was, you know, like I've watched him before the Kell Brook fight. If you watch him early in his career, he didn't talk then the way he talks now, right? You didn't see him hanging out and doing certain things. Listen, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. You are who you hang around. If you hang around a whole bunch of street dudes who drinking, is Errol Spence the sober one in the group? Of course not. You know, birds of a feather flock together. You see what I'm saying? If he's at the club, if he's at the fight with watching Mo Hooker fight, and he's slurring his speech, eyes half open, and his trainer, not his trainer, his bodyguard is holding him by the waist. You see what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure either he's slurring because he drank a strong glass of cranberry juice. He's slurring, right? Him hugged up with Yellow Bees. I look at what is it? Body language. Your body language tells you everything. If you see a dude rocking back and forth, you know, man, that's my brother, man. I love him. I mean, you know when someone drunk when you see him. You know when someone's under the influence when you see him. So,
Coach,
man,
he tired from the gym. He tired from the gym, Coach.
Yeah, I'm like, no, man, that man drinking, man.
Hey, you know what, too, Coach?
It's a
good possibility. It's a good possibility he could have been drunk.
Situation. You ain't got no one there who can tell you, and you respect them to respect yourself. You need to have that guidance, bro. You got to respect your trainer. You got to respect the game of boxing. This is a deadly motherfucking sport. I don't know what these guys think they're doing, bro. I mean, it's going to come back to you one way or another.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Bo.
Another thing too, Coach. It's a good possibility he could have been drunk that one night when he was talking about, yo, I love Canelo, man. Like he was like, I love that dude. It was that one night they was interviewing him outside and whatnot.
Right.
And they was asking him about Canelo. He was like, yeah, man, I love that dude, man. And he looked like he was drunk then.
Yeah. It's just I look at body language. Like, you know, my stepdad was alcoholic. My brother was on drugs. You know what I mean? He passed away at 39 years old. So yeah, man. I mean, I just know the body language. You know, if you're sober, you know when somebody's drunk. You can look at him. yeah, this dude fucked up. He fucked up. You know, some dudes.
Hey, did Marvin Hagler have any alcohol problems? Did Marvin Hagler have any problems?
No. Discipline.
The only problem Hagler had was he wanted to fight. Hagler wanted all the smoke. Whoever was supposed to be the best, that's who he wanted to fight. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, man, doggone Hagler, man, that was my guy there, man. I love Marvin Hagler, man.
Hey, Coach,
Marvin Hagler.
You know who else never had no drug issues in their career?
Who?
Tommy Hearns.
Okay.
You never heard about Tommy Hearns on no drug?
Oh, the Hitman, yeah, the Hitman Hearns, yeah. Oh, what they call
I don't like seeing Hitman Hearns anymore. Whenever I watch Hitman Hearns, I feel like he just can't speak anymore, man. He's really punch drunk, bro.
Well, dude went from 47 to cruiserweight. Come on, man.
Yeah, he took a lot of punishment. Hitman Hearns took a lot of punishment, bro.
Yeah, he did.
He took a lot of punishment, man.
Him, James Toney, like you can't even understand what the hell James Toney's saying right now. His speech is so slurred. It's like, man, like I just hate.
What about Big Daddy Bo? What about Big Daddy Bo?
Big Daddy Bo, same thing.
Oh yeah, he's terrible.
Yeah, Big Daddy Bo, the same thing. You know, he's And this is the thing. He got in a lot of wars. Well, you know what? I think the Holyfield fight took a lot out of him. They had 3 fights. That fight there took a lot out of Riddick Bowe, man. He won 2 of them.
Holyfield slurring too.
Yeah, Holyfield is too.
Yep.
Yeah. It's those fighters who, those fighters who are, I don't get it, man. Like they slur, they are slurring a lot right now.
Hey, Leo Santa Cruz. Have a look at Leo Santa Cruz lately. Have a look at Leo Santa Cruz lately. He's taking extra seconds to talk.
Yeah. Leo's speech is a little slurred. It was slurred before the Tank fight.
Or was it?
Before the Tank fight, yeah. I think when a person gets knocked out or they get hit real hard, your brain's shaking inside of your skull. That's that's what I understood. I understood what Floyd was saying. He like, listen, man, it's all about not taking no punishment. I'm not. Remember, listen. Check this out. You guys probably. I know you guys are gonna remember this when I bring this back up to you. Remember when Roger Mayweather was training Floyd? The last time Roger with Floyd was when Floyd Mayweather fought what's the guy from Puerto Rico? The legend. Cotto. He fought Miguel Cotto. Remember that fight? Miguel, listen, I have never seen Floyd get hit in the face that many times in his entire professional career. Miguel Cotto had Floyd Mayweather's face so swollen up, nose swollen up. Now Miguel Cotto was swollen up as well. Of course, we know Floyd Mayweather won that fight. Right after that, he fired his uncle. Well, I want to say he fired him. He replaced his uncle Roger with his dad, and that's when he went to fighting the hit, don't get hit. Counter push, a lot of defensive shoulder rolling. If you just look at that, that's when and they asked him, they said, why did you get rid of Roger? Well, Roger's health was declining at the time, and Floyd was like, he got hit too much. He knew he needed a change in his corner because Roger Mayweather is an offensive fight. That was Pretty Boy Floyd. Pretty Boy Floyd was, if you look at the Black Mamba, Roger Mayweather, he's an offensive fighter. You see what I'm saying? Now, Floyd had instincts that Roger didn't have. Floyd Mayweather had quick reflexes. You can't teach that. He was born with those reflexes. Floyd Mayweather was born with those reflexes. You know what I mean? He just naturally he's always been naturally quick. He's always been naturally fast. He can move at a twitch. Just if you flinch at him one time and he reacts. The shoulder roll, the defensive Floyd Mayweather, which is Money May, that's Floyd Sr. So that's when he got rid of let's go back and look at that fight. He got rid of Roger Mayweather right after the Cotto fight, and his dad was training him ever since after that.
And look at the era that Floyd came up in, right? Floyd was born in the late 80s, right? In the middle 80s?
No, he born in the 70s. He born in the 70s. You know what I mean? I was born in the 70s. Floyd born 77, I think.
77.
Yeah.
So when Floyd was born, his daddy was still fighting. Roger wasn't a real big superstar till like the middle 80s, late 80s.
Yeah, he was the first.
Ali had just retired. Right? And Floyd was in the house with fighters, and he got to see the effects of boxing. He got to see all that.
Yeah, his dad, his uncle, and both his uncles.
Yeah, and he can listen to his dad now. Roger Mayweather, you can't. I mean, Floyd Mayweather Sr., you can barely understand what the fuck he's saying.
Yeah.
So he got to see all that. And Floyd knew, I don't want that. I don't want that. I love this game, and I want to fight, but I don't want to end up like that. And he did everything he could not to.
So when Floyd go to talking like that, saying, "Yeah, I ain't worried about what the fans saying," I'm the one that's taking the licks. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of my favorite fighters, when they got old and stuff like that, they broke and can't speak and they ain't got no money. So Floyd was saying some real stuff. Floyd like, man, damn that. Floyd like, damn that. The object of the game, the sweet science of boxing is to hit and not get hit. That's the sweet science of boxing. And I don't care how you slice or how you dice it. The sweet science of boxing is to hit and not get hit. Period. As much as we like to see wars in the ring and stuff like that, but the sweet science of boxing is to hit and not get hit. Today they call that running.
If you play Monday morning quarterback, right, Coach?
Yeah.
Everybody knows after Zaire, Muhammad Ali should have never put on a boxing glove again.
No, he shouldn't. No, but I'm gonna tell you why Ali kept fighting. Ali was in money. Prior, he was in Nation of Islam, And I'm gonna tell you a little something about the NY. You know, they big on you got to send money to headquarters, which is
Facts.
Elijah Muhammad at the time and stuff like that. I'm telling what I know. I've been in it for 23 and a half years. I was a lieutenant out of Muslim 47. My minister, my grandfather who trained me from Harlem, name was Minister Abdul Kareem Muhammad. So I know what I'm talking about. So you know, you got to get out there. And Muhammad Ali was a big cash cow in the nation. So when Elijah Muhammad died in 75, he went along and he became a real Muslim, which is Orthodox Islam, and he was with Wardi Muhammad, which is Elijah Muhammad's son. And he taught him, hey man, what real Islam was. And but he was damn near broke by then because they took millions of dollars from Ali because he was a very generous person. And so he had to keep fighting because he got all them goddamn kids. Herbert Muhammad, which was Elijah Muhammad's son, was his manager. He was robbing Ali. You see what I'm saying? So he had to keep fighting. That's what it was. He had to keep fighting. He was broke.
Right. Facts.
Yeah.
And on top of that, he had to get that rematch with Frazier too. He couldn't have just retired after that Foreman fight.
You're right. He wanted that. He wanted that because he called Frazier out damn near 2 hours after the Foreman fight.
No, but you was talking about after the Foreman fight. The Foreman fight. He was when he fought Foreman in 74. That's the year I was born. That should have been his last fight. That was his 14th year boxing.
Yeah, that should have been his last fight.
He was 14. You know, he was. Remember when he fought Foreman, everybody picked Foreman to beat him. Foreman was younger. Yeah. Foreman, he won the gold medal in 68, right? Foreman did.
Yeah, 68.
Yeah, Foreman was younger. Foreman was bigger. Foreman destroyed every fighter that Muhammad Ali had ran through. Like he ran through Ken Norton, destroyed Ken Norton. Ali struggled with Ken Norton, lost the first one, won the second one. Had his jaw broke. You know what I mean. So for Ali, after that, he never should have fought Leon Spinks. But again, you got to look at financially. Ali had a bunch of damn kids. He had no guy robbed by the NOI for millions of dollars.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Right. I mean, this is what they do. I'm telling you, I mean, ain't nobody physically take anything from him, but when you believe in something so much and you think that this guy is the Messiah and this and that, you're gonna do everything in your power to make sure financially he's taken care of and all that stuff there. And I'm telling what I know. I mean, I'm with it. You know what I mean?
Well, I say definitely if he didn't retire after the Foreman fight, he damn sure should have retired after the Thriller Manila. Thriller Manila should have been his last fight.
Yeah. He shouldn't have fought. He shouldn't have fought Larry Holmes in the 80s. I think he fought Tim Witherspoon. Did he fight Tim Witherspoon or Trevor Burbick?
No, he fought Trevor Burbick.
Trevor Burbick. Yeah. Trevor Burbick. Yeah, he shouldn't have. Yeah. At that time he was a shell of himself. He didn't have it anymore. He shouldn't have fought Ernie Shavers and Brian Lyle either. He shouldn't have fought none of them dudes. Should not have. Listen, I hated Larry Holmes for the way he beat Muhammad Ali.
Larry cried though, coach. Larry cried. Larry was calling the ref like, "Come on, man, what you doing? Stop this fight."
Yeah. No, but that was Ali corner should have threw the towel in. Larry kept punching. Larry had to hit him in the head. Larry could have just punched him to the body or something like that, man. But
But Larry's trying to get him out of there. That's what Larry's trying to do. Larry's trying to get him out of there.
Yeah, but he beat him for 11 rounds, and then Angelo Dundee followed him through the towel in. They should have been through the towel in.
Right.
Through the towel in. You see what I'm saying? Like, why you let him
around the 5th round or the 5th, 6th round? Just threw it in.
Why you let him get beat for that long?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Retro Shavers and Law fights hurt him. Yeah, they did. Yeah. One time for my main man Retro boxing documentary, the AKA Blood Boxing. What you say, fam? Diverse conscious. I was in the NOI as well. Facts. Yeah. I was in it for 23 and a half years. Hey, I was taught by my Minister Abdul Kareem Muhammad, which is my grandfather from New York, Harlem, and I was also trained under Jabril Muhammad, aka Bernard Kushmir. If anybody don't know who Jabril Muhammad is the guy who, once the Nation of Islam fell, he was the one who taught Minister Farrakhan, basically told him, hey, you should pick the teachers back up of the Nation of Islam and start back teaching. That was the guy who, he lives in Arizona right now. He might be dead, so I know what I'm talking about. Trust me. I don't want to talk about it on this platform, but I know what I'm talking about. That's how I know the race hustling thing. I come from that background. Like literally, I have experience in that. I have experience in that. You know what I mean? It's dudes I know that's in prison right now that ain't never getting out for stuff that they did for that movement. So that's why I'm so passionate about it. You know what I mean? So, but anyways, let's stick to boxing. But doggone, Ali had to keep fighting, man. He had to keep fighting, and a lot of times, and that's what I don't want to see Manny Pacquiao fight again. You don't need to fight anymore. Manny Pacquiao worth like $200 million, $200 million. You made plenty of money. What you want to fight? You don't need an Errol Spence or a Terence Crawford.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see those fights. Oh, you want to see those fights?
He's trying to run for president too, right?
Yeah, but he can run for president, but that ain't got nothing to do with boxing. You know
I don't want him to fight. I don't want to see him fight none of these young guys. I really don't.
Yeah, like, you know, I mean, that ain't got nothing to do with boxing. If he's running for president, focus on your political career. Focus on politics. Focus on that. You see what I'm saying? Focus on that. You know, why keep trying to rumors that you're gonna fight this fighter, rumors you're gonna fight that fighter? I mean, come on, man, that's unheard of.
And what is he now? Is he 42 or 43?
Pacquiao, he's going on 43. He'll be 43 this year. I think he's born in 78. He was born in 78. I think Floyd was born in 77, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he needs to go on and step into the Filipino White House and get the fuck on out of here.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? Hey, man, but listen.
But they said Pacquiao, I don't know if it's a rumor or not, but it was rumor saying like Pacquiao was broke or running out of money or something like that. Even, you know, but I'm not sure how true it is.
Yeah, I don't know. That's my first time hearing that. I don't know. But but listen, hey, Bo Shelton, man, it's been nice, man. We've been rocking for almost 4 hours. I want to salute to everybody in the chat. Give everybody a round of applause. You know,
thank you, Coach. Appreciate you, brother.
We're going live,
and we'll do it again, man. I appreciate you.
We're going live tomorrow again at 3:00. You know, I'll let everybody know what we're going to talk about, and I'm dropping another video tomorrow at 12 as well, a premiere. So, other than that, guys, man, I got love for everybody. Shout out to my main man, Shelton Moore. Bring the olive bell for him and my brother Bo. Listen, Shelton, you didn't, Bo. Please do me a favor. Go to any one of my videos. Leave a comment on the video so I can make you a moderator. I do that. Please now. Do that. That's the only way I can do it. That's the only way I can do it. So, because I'm looking now and it's like, damn, I don't see any comments from neither one of you guys. So if you leave a comment, I'll do it now. Bo, do that for me, brother. Okay.
All right.
And I'll make your comment. Just go to the channel, leave a comment on any video. It doesn't matter. And I'm gonna make you a moderator. I'm on the computer right now. I'm gonna do it right now. All right. So other than that, guys, that's it. This is our boy Coach Malachi Williams signing out for New Media Today USA Boxing. And peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.